snake side wing and the Aztec over there. Iconic out to the Dorito side. They have one in the Dorito 1, one in the Dorito 2. The home, the God, enter that 50 carbon bunker. So Tension trying to put something down, get something going here. He gets down into the snake 2. Feeling the pressure though, and looks like Iconic realizing he can't let him have the free snake like that. Fills in the snake 1 to keep him honest. Iconic have the bodies though. They should be able to shut him down. With the point up and under 9 minutes to go. Plenty of time on the clock. There you go. Iconic pushing on the Dorito side. Now they're in the Dorito 3 and the 2. The Iconic's going to fill over to that snake side wing from the 50 carbon bunker. He's basically looking just to overlook on that player in the snake. They didn't see him move. He has an advantage, be able to get the drop on him. Tension sitting in their bunkers. They have time, but they are down a point. Iconic not really looking to move. And here they go. They're going to match out to the snake. And the Tension player, he's going to take one. And Tension will concede that point, 7:50 on the clock. Give Iconic a 2-0 lead. All right, back to our finals match. Shockwave up 1-0 over Pink. Plenty of time on the game, though. Just under 10 minutes.
Seconds. Seconds. 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Shockwave on the left, Pink on the right. So Shockwave losing their snake player. All 4 guys left alive, and Pink losing one as well. So 4-on-4. Shockwave making the move up to that snake side wing, but he's going to get clipped out of there. So Pink making the body back, 4-on-3. Shockwave making the way at the snake corner, but he gets clipped out. So Pink did a good job killing the bodies, finding them out, and they move their way into the snake. They start crawling on down, start getting their shot from that pressure. Shockwave player nothing God, but he gets taken out. One player left alive in that Dorito 2, and he's going to get taken out right now. Pink are going to tie this one up with 8:25 left on the clock. We're going to take a technical timeout here. referees take care of something. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. We're back. Iconic up 2-0 over Tension. Tension on the right. Iconic losing one to the Canva. They are taking the 50 bunker there. And Tension losing one on that Drio side. They're going to move up to that wing to match it. Thank you. All right, back with our eye in the sky. Give us a full view. The Iconic looks like he's creeping out the Drio side. They do have the Snake 1, and they have that home bunker. Tension, but they're in that Snake corner and that God bunker. Allowing Iconic to move down. Start getting position in that Snake. Drio player unchallenged right now. Tension. God player getting shot out. They're leaving just their corner. He's going to shut out. Tension. Going to concede that one again. Iconic taking a 3-point lead. Out of a 4-point mercy rule. 6:26 on the clock. After our finals match, 1-1, 8:25 on the clock. Both teams looking to gain this critical point to take a lead.
Seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Finals match. Shockwave going big to the Snake off the break. And he makes it. Going to fill back out to that God. Pink losing their God player. out to the God right now. They sell the big Dorito and the can. Shockwave losing their Dorito corner player, making this a 4-on-3 now. Plenty of time left on the clock. Pink need to get another kill to even this body count up. So Pink making their way into the Snake 1. Shockwave got a counter move up that Snake side wing, and they have a Snake 1 as well. They also have a Snake corner, but we have a running referee. He's coming to take a look. And he says he is good to go. And they make their way out to that 50 carbon bunker in the middle of the field there. So advantage to Shockwave right now. They have a player up in the 50, and they have the Snake corner. Pink have that center can bunker, is locking out that Snake, and he's going to try to move out to that God bunker. He does make it. That does leave the Dorito player over there by himself. Shockwave's going to move into that Dorito insert mini wing, and he's going to try to start making his way down that Dorito too. Referee going to give God player a check. Says he's good, and he's going to move on out to that corner. He is good to go. Both teams slowly figuring out how they're going to finish off this point. Just under 6 minutes left, plenty of time. Pink needs to figure out how they're going to kill one more in order to even this body situation out and get their player down to Snake in an attacking position. At center 50 bunker. So Shockwave player is asking his guy if he wanted to go to the Snake. He's telling him no. So figuring they must have a lane on there. And Pink, their Snake corner player, getting shot. 2-on-4 now. It was a 3-on-3. Maybe Shock had lost their center player, but concession from Pink, giving Shockwave 2-point lead here. Just under 5 minutes left. All right, on to our other match. We have Iconic up 3-0 over San Diego Tension. All right, here we go. Tension needs a point here to even keep in contention with this game. Iconic don't need to do much, and they get one more point. They are going to close this out with a Mercy Rule win. So here we go. We will see who's able to do what. Iconic up to the 50 carbon bunker, doubling that home, taking the big Dorito and the God. Tension going to go up to the wing, and he's going to launch. Match him up there. 5 alive for both teams, but we have these guys sharing the same bunker. And big move by the Tension player to the Dorito side. He's going to get bunkered out. Iconic player taking out his mirror, and he's going to take one on the head. But he's going to get the Dorito player as well. So runs through the carbon bunker, takes out his opponent on the other side, and then he runs through, shoots the Dorito player, and we have a running referee going in the check. The Tension player, but he looks like he is good. So, in the chaos, Iconic's able to move out to that Dorito side. Tension into the Snake 1. Iconic's going to match him. They also have the God. Tension's leaving their Dorito player over there by himself. There he goes. Makes way into the snake. He's going to go on down, see what kind of chaos he can cause from there. So player running down. Clean get by the iconic player. He's going to snap the tension player. Iconic is going to close this one out with a 4-point mercy rule win in this consolation match to take home third place. All right, congratulations to Iconic taking that one. Third place finish for them. SD Tension fighting it out. They will take home fourth place. On to our finals match, will be the only one here. We finish off this set. Coming up after this, our Premier Division finals and consolation match. First up will be Beer taking on NBK. And the finals match for the Premier Division. Both teams looking for a repeat win for LA Collision, and their first win is the TJ Bastards. But we will see how that one comes down. Finals match of the top division here at the WCPPL. 10-second countdown, 4:55 on the clock. 1-point spread. Can Pink bring this back, or will Shockwave put another point on the board to make one step closer to securing their victory? Here we go. Big bite for Shockwave off the break, going all the way to the snake, and they're filling that god. And Pink, loser Dorito player, but they do take the snake corner, can home, and the Aztec as well. Shockwave spraying up 5 alive. Snake won the god, the can, the home, and Big Dorito. Pink going to move up from that can to that snake wedge. Shockwave. Another player for Pink walking off. So 2 players down. Shockwave gonna bump up to that corner. Shockwave gonna move out to the Dorito corner as well. Gives both corner bunkers, allows some support for their side and lock out this field. But he's going to say, nope, move all the way up to that Dorito 2. Pink's going to counter, moving in to that Dorito side wedge. Pink. And so we got some action in the center here. Pink at both wedges, but Shockwave up in that center 50 carbon bunker. And that's going to be a concession from Pink. 3:31 left on the game clock. Shockwave going up 3-1. We will be right back to see the conclusion of this match. All right, we are back.
10 seconds.
10-second countdown. Here we go. Pink on the left, Shockwave on the right. Pink needs to get 2 points in 3 minutes 30 seconds here, and they lose their big Dorito player. Shockwave doubling up at home, and they lose their Dorito wing player. So Shockwave losing their cam player though. So 4-on-3 right now in favor of Shockwave. They're gonna move out to the Dorito side. Both teams have the snake one. Shockwave are gonna try to make a move out to that snake corner. And he's able to make it out of there alive. So Pink, 3 players left alive. Got to remember that there is the one guy in the Dorito over there. And make sure that he is not left unchecked. Running referee coming in to that can. And that is a major... And that is going to stop the clock. That is a gross major. We will find out what happened. Alrighty, so clarification from the head ref on that call. That is a gross major. The player that was in the can for Pink was shot in the hopper and attempted to wipe the hopper hit on the back of the bunker. So referee saw that wipe and assessed a gross major, which is going to pull out the player that was in the home and the player in the snake one. And there's still one body left to assess. So Pink will start down one body. So it'll be 4-on-5 to start this next match. So if you're watching the chat wondering what happened, just put an explanation. Gross major on the Pink player in the can, wiping the hopper hit on the back of the bunker. Exactly, Grim. No, 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 no. So with that, 2 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds.
Pink starting down one body, down 3 points. Have to come back, play some fast points to get this one. We'll see what kind of plays they can come up with in order to try to bring this one back.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Shockwave up 4-1. They'll be on the left in the black. Pink on the right in the white. A little early start, but he's able to jump back and tag. All good for that God player, but Pink losing 2 off the break. It is now 5-on-2. Shockwave player trying to run up the center. And looks like they're going to get pulled. And that makes this really quick. All the Shockwave players pulled out. Find out what's going on with this one. Be right back. All right, so gross major assessed on Shockwave player. He was shot in the pod and tried to ditch that pod, hiding it from the referee. Again, same as wiping a hit. That is a gross major and kind of a silly penalty because they were up four bodies on two, and that basically cleared out their whole field and gave the point back to Pink, giving them back to full strength 5-on-5 and 2 minutes to score 2 points. So kind of a bonehead penalty there. No need to do that in that situation. You have bodies up and you're on the verge of clearing it out for the win. So lesson learned on that one.
Okay, so do you see where it says video capture device? Click that, and then
Yep.
that button should pop up.
Both sides are playing a little dirty right now, trying to wipe hits and toss pod
And then activate again.
toss pods. So no need for that, players. Just play clean paintball. You won't get penalties. And you try to get them on these guys, they're going to catch you. It's just not worth it. All right, here we go. Both squads back up to full strength, 5-on-5. Pink only down by 2 now with 2 minutes. Perfectly capable of getting these done. They play fast. All right. Pink getting out to that snake corner. He gets there alive. And they get up to that 50 bunker. Shockwave moving into the snake 1. Pink's going to respond by getting into the snake side wedge. Really looking to lock out those zones, get those kills. The Shockwave, standard bunkers there to lock this out. Big Dorito home, the can, the God, and the snake 1.
Swap this out and then pop it back up right before you're done, just so it's ready. I gotta go to because as long as you pop it back up, I'll be back in front of it.
There we go. Pink pushing forward, trying to get this fast point, moving the Shockwave side of the field. There's a big gap he has to cross, but he's going to try to get anything done. And Jesse, I could use other wording, but there's children watching this webcast, so I'd have to keep it PG. Let's say if I was his coach, I would be using some other wording for sure to address that thing. And here he goes. Pink player's going to launch, and they're going to take him out. But the second one coming right back up, he's going to take him out. Under a minute left, so players trying to see if they can pull that major. Minor penalty assessed, though. And he's going to have a chance to run in. And the game time has stopped. All right, so Shockwave, again, getting bonehead penalties. They're going to be starting down 1 with a minor on the last player. And bring Pink back within 1. So, word of advice to any player getting into this game, or any player in general, don't get penalties. It kills you, kills your team. Bonehead penalties basically brought this game back from being an almost mercy rule win to now a 1-point match with 38 seconds left. And Pink has proven that they can score fast points. And Shockwave is going to start down 1. So, Shock need to basically lock it down. Ground his last 38 seconds. Pink, they're going to come 4-on-5. And we'll be right back very shortly. All right, here we go. 38 seconds left in this final match. Pink starting with 5. Shockwave starting with 4. Here we go. Can they get it? 38 seconds on the clock. Shockwave going to try to lock this down. Shock player sitting that snake. And here we go. And 18 seconds. Looks like they're pushing down. 10 seconds. Can they do it? 3 seconds. 2. Can he hit the buzzer? And he doesn't even hit it. He doesn't hit it. He stopped to check himself. He had the buzzer. He couldn't hit it. And he stopped to check himself. That was a mental error. It doesn't matter at that point. You hit the buzzer. And if you're dirty, it doesn't matter. If you're clean, you tie it up. So, mental error there for the player on pink. Lesson learned. And congrats to Shockwave taking the win in Division 3. And we will be back after these messages.
Your game.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the...
All right, here we go. So you watched the last match, thrilling conclusion to end the D3 final there. But here we go. This is our Premier Division third place match and our Premier Division finals. First up, Fear versus NBK, 2 local SoCal teams. These guys definitely know each other. They've been playing against each other for years. Some have even played on each other's teams. So here we go. Fear on the left, NBK on the right. Fear playing conservative, but they're going to lose their Adrenal Side Aztec player. But NBK losing one as well. There you go, eyeing the sky back up. Fear making their way out to that Adrenal corner, asking for a check though. But he's good to go, and he's going to say thank you very much. Move right into that Drio too. And Fear's going to move out to that big Drio to back him up. Fear also moving up here on the snake side, in that snake 3 already, and in the snake corner. Playing aggressive, wanting to take this first point. NBK still has 4 bodies. They're going to try to match that Drio, getting the baby over there. But they also have the snake side wedge. And he's looking over that snake side, going to put pressure on him. Making it really tight and difficult to stay alive in there. NBK, oh, Fear do lose a Dorito player. NBK up 4-3 on the body count. Let's see if they're able to shoot somebody out, get that that body back and even this out. There you go. Corner player moves up to that snake 1 to back up his, move it to snake 2 to back up his snake player. Getting pretty tight in there. NBK, nobody in that snake corner. Closest guy is that God player, but they do have that wing. And they're going to move up into that Dorito 3. They do have a player. Here does a player in that Dorito corner. And NBK pushing now, going up to that center carbon bunker and moving in to Fear's side of the Doritos. So putting that pressure on, and they get out to the snake corner. So Fear spreading the field, definitely going to start applying that pressure. And loses his back snake guy. The front snake guy here definitely in some trouble. And the Dorito corner guy, he's going to try his way out, but a little too much pressure. NBK hold it out, and they're going to take that first point over Fear. All right, coming onto the field. On the left-hand side is going to be Los Angeles Collision. They are the winners of Event 1. Looks like we're taking a technical timeout here. But here's some background. Collision. Winners of Event 1. They know what it's like to be in the finals. These guys play a lot of paintball. On the other side, TJ Bastards. Coming up from the San Diego, Tijuana area. A lot of these guys, a lot of experience as well, playing in the NXL division. They have been in the finals at the first event, taking second place, so looking for their first win in this series. So we have a little technical timeout. We will be right back in a moment. All right, here we go after that technical. LA Collision, the black and gray, will be on the right. And TJ Bastards in the black and white will be, Collision will be on the left. TJ Bastards will be on the right. Here we go. All right. TJ Bastards, big fight up to the center tower there. Collision going to get into that snake 1 and that snake corner, and then go up to the can. Collision responding, getting in, or TJ responding, getting into the snake side wing. And Collision player trying to get out of that home, and he gets clipped, stepping out right there. So first kill goes to TJ Bastards. Collision going to make their move out to the Dorito side, though. And corner player is going to get shot out, and a minor penalty. And they're going to pull that wing player. Looks like only one player left alive for TJ. And they're going to concede that one. Collision taking this first point. All right, back to our other match. Third place match here. NBK, 1 point lead over Fear. Fear coming out in their, Sunday red jerseys, they're called. Little nod back to the vicious days. NBK switching out their black and red for the camo design jerseys to wear today. They will be on the left-hand side, 1-point lead.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Consolation. So here we go. Fear getting out to that Dorito corner, and MBK losing their Dorito player, and Fear taking advantage of that, going right into the Dorito too. MBK is going to move up to that snake side, try to cut it out. And looks like MBK has lost another one, so they are down to 3. But Fear lose their first player out of that center can. MBK though losing another one out of the Aztec. Fear's going to move up to the carbon bunker there. Start putting pressure on. He's going to try to get out to that corner, not successfully. That carbon player's on it, and Fear responding back with a quick point, tying this one up 1-1. LA Collision, TJ Bastards making their way back out to the field. Collision, 1-point lead. Looking to win back-to-back events here and take the lead in the series points.
30 seconds.
TJ Bastards, second place finish at the first event. So it's their second appearance in the finals. They are looking to bump that up and add a first place trophy to their cabinet. Would love to take a win here.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Collision on the right, TJ Bastards on the left. All right, TJ Bastards go out to that Dorito corner, and he makes it out alive, but they lose their center runner. Collision going to that center can, then making their way into the snake and filling the God along with that snake corner. And another player walking off for the TJ Bastards. So 3 left alive, but Collision lose their big Dorito player. Collision dedicated base to the snake side now. Their home player, the first player over on that Dorito side. TJ getting over into that Dorito too, dealing with the home, putting pressure on him. So let's see. TJ trying to make something happen here. They're down bodies, but they're trying to be explosive. Collision all on that snake side, all looking inside. They know nobody's on that wire right now. And they don't have to go anywhere. They can run this clock down. 4 bodies left alive versus 2. Force the TJ Bastards to come at them. TJ Bass player getting aggressive up there and shoots the snake corner. It's a 4-on-3. Still have that Dorito player left alive. He's trying to, and looks like maybe a flash off the home there. Collision, realizing the last player's live, they're going to hunt it down on this Dorito player. And there's the collision from TJ Bastards, giving Collision, the concession from the TJ Bastards, giving Collision a 2-0 lead in this final match. We are back with Fear and MBK tied at 1 each.
seconds. 14 seconds.
All right,
10 seconds.
here we go. Decay on the right, Fear on the left. Who's going to take this next point? Fighting for that third place spot. Fear making their first Final Four appearance. NBK was in the finals match, the last event. So Fear losing their back center player. NBK looks like they've lost one as well. So 4-on-4 right now. But you have a ref coming in to check that home player. Fear player coming out, trying to get to that God. He does make it there successfully. And the home player's clean. Referee going to go back to his spot. And NBK's going to fill out to that Dorito as well. So both teams pretty evenly matched right now. Fear making their way into that snake one. And then moving up into that can. Referee going to go over and check. Fear bumping out to that Dorito corner, trying to lock that down. And referee's going to go over and give him a quick check, make sure he's good on the front side. And he got clipped going out there, so referee looked like he was thinking about throwing a penalty, decided not to. Guess he decided that the player wasn't playing on. But so Fear losing their Dorito side now, and then they're going to lose their center. And you have a running referee coming to check that snake side. Looks like he saw something going in there. That's going to be pulled for that one, and that's going to be a concession from Fear, giving MBK a 2-1 lead. All right, back to our finals match. Collision 2-0 lead over TJ Bastards.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
All right, here we go. TJ Bastards on the right, Collision on the left. Can TJ start making a comeback, or Collision going to put a third point on the board in the hunt for back-to-back wins? Here we go. Collision, snake corner player, getting shot out finally, and that's going to be a minor penalty on LA Collision. So, looks like they finally zoned up and killed that corner runner. Collision bumping out, trying to do some damage control in that God bunker. TJ in that snake corner, but they lose their Dorito side wing player. So Collision, it's like they even the bodies back up to a 3-on-3. TJ still have one body in that home, that snake corner, and they move to the 50 carbon bunker. Collision, big Dorito, the home, and the God bunker. Collision not really needing to go anywhere. They can just lock it out and force TJ to come at them. But corner player getting shot out. TJ getting out wide, trying to push this. 2-on-2 right now. TJ moving into the snake. They're in the snake and in collision side of the field in their wing. Collision in those back bunkers there. They just cross it up, locking it down. They're not going to let anything get through there. They're going to have to fight them out of there. And the collision player smartly snapping out and shooting the wing player. But he gets shot by Dorito. We are in a one-on-one right now. The Snake 2 versus the corner player on collision. Who's going to take this one down? And TJ Bass player, he's going to win that one-on-one, moving inside, using the big bunks to block him out. Collision player trying to move inside to the God. Now, maybe not the best move there because he can just basically kick for that tower and wrap around it and protect his buzzer. So maybe no need to make that move at the time like that. But with that, TJ is going to bring it back within one. Back to our third place match here. MBK still has a 2-1 lead over Fear. Fear, though, showing they can push.
30 seconds.
Yeah, and get points on the board, so.
20 seconds.
So here we go. Fear on the right, NBK on the left. 10 minutes left on the game clock. Plenty of time for either team to make something happen here. And Fear player going for the snake. Looked like that lane was there, and they did get him. Great off-break shooting by NBK, but a running referee checking. And that's going to be a minor penalty on NBK. God player shot off the break, continue playing on. So they shoot the snake player and they give the body right back and one extra, making it 4-on-3 in favor of Fear. Fear's going to widen that field, move out to that corner, and they're going to push on to NBK's side of the field. They also have the Dorito and all the way out to the Dorito corner now. NBK stuck in the God, the Home, and the Aztec. Fear run down the last player. They're going to walk this one in. Coming back 2 points in a row. Fear is going to tie this up.
Point approved. 1 minute.
All right, here we go. Back to our final match. Collision taking the first 2 points. TJ Bastards able to get one back. The last one coming down to a one-on-one. Here we go. Collision on the right. TJ Bastards will be on the left. Working getting that eye in the sky back up right now.
30 seconds.
Let's go TJ and let's go LAC. Got some supporters for both sides in the chat right now.
20 seconds.
All right, and here we go. Collision player run out to that snake corner. They're trying to zone up on that shot. Got him last point. TJ making it out to that Dorito 2. And going up the center. Big Dorito and the snake 1. 5 alive for TJ. Running referee in on that Dorito side. And he's going to say all good. Collision making way over to that God. Right, but they did lose one, so it is a 5-on-4 right now in favor of TJ, but Collision does have that snake corner. God bunker the home and the Doritos. They have pretty good defensive bunkers in there to lock this field down. TJ's got to push through those solid guns. All right, push up in that Dorito side, and they do have the 50. 2 in the Dorito side, 1 in the 2, 1 in the 3. Let's see if they're going to be able to break open this line of LA Collision. TJ making it into the snake. Gonna crawl all the way down. So TJ has the position. They have the snake, the center 50 carbon bunker, the snake corner, and they have 2 in the Dorito. LA Collision have that snake corner to be able to look across and protect. They also have the God bunker is looking down towards the snake, and the home, and the big Dorito. So these guys are crossed up and locked in the position. They know they do not have to go anywhere. They're going to force TJ to come at them and make mistakes. Approaching the 7-minute mark right now. TJ's going to make the move across into Collision side of the field. But he has a big gap to cross if he's going to try to make any kind of move on these guys to force one of them out. So he has to be patient with this. And TJ losing their front Dorito player. So Collision holding the line, holding the zones. They're able to get one shot, even it out to a 4-on-4. TJ still pushing aggressively up. But TJ lose another one out of that Dorito side. So he's going to try to make this move across. Break something open, but he's going to get chopped up right there. And TJ throwing their bodies away. Going from being a 5-on-4 to a 4-on-2 right now in Collision. And they just have to sit there. They can let this clock run down. No need for them to move anywhere, but here he comes. He's going to run this highway. Get one. That was David Ramirez running down the snake player, clear that out. All right, back to our other match. Tied 2-2. Just under 9 minutes left on the clock. See what this means for these teams.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Oh, timeout called by the head referee. He's taking a technical.
10 seconds.
All right, he's bringing it back. 10-second countdown. All right. Fear going all the way to snake one off the break. And he gets shot out of there. Each team losing 1. MBK losing 2. 3. So good off the break shooting by Fear. They're going to fill out that snake side. 3-on-2 right now. MBK have those 2 center bunkers, the can and the home. Fear moving out to that snake corner. Looks like he's safe in there. So MBK still goes 2 center bunkers. They're going to go out to the God, though. Fear have the home and the can as well. But they also have snake corner. Kind of a stalemate right now. NBK moving out to the Aztec and the God Bunker. Trying to figure out how to get one kill here to even it up so they can start coming back. Fear has the snake corner, can, and the home. Trying to figure out how to close this point out.
I told him to pop one up and then leave it, and I should have been back in time.
It's cool. I was here.
I had to troubleshoot a lot more with it.
Yeah, you ended up. I'm glad I was here because it ended up at like in the 30s. I would have. Yeah. No problem, brother.
Want some candy?
No, that's okay.
That's actually too much for me.
All right, NBK. Fear moving up into that snake side wing. NBK still trying to figure out how.
So it's mixing candy. That's like, not licorice, but it's like a sweet stringy candy, and then it's like a spice, they're like spice, but it's not super hot.
Just trying to figure out how to get this last shot in. And NBK making the move out to that snake corner. Matching Fear's position there. Getting a little more defensive. And Fear responding. They're moving out to the Dorito, trying to get wide on the play. Clock's ticking down. Still plenty of time left. Neither of these teams want to give up a body and give the other team the advantage. Force to concede here. So slow, steady points, methodical. Each team just talking back and forth, where the other players are, where they're shooting. Is there anywhere they can go to get an advantage? Here's NBK. He's going to start creeping forward a little bit. So, the wrist does not take off. He gets picked off. And that's going to feel the concession from NBK. Fear coming back, taking the lead 3-2.
Yeah. I'll get you one.
All right, and here we go. Back to our final match.
10 seconds.
Oh, you're high?
Yeah, it's super hot.
His is the fourth dial. And yeah, it's the fourth dial. Last one. That one. Yeah, turn that left.
All right, here we go. Break out for LA Collision up 3-1, and we are joined by another commentator in the booth, the one and only Matty Marshall.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good. It's a great day for paintball.
Yeah, beautiful day here at SC Village with 6 minutes on the clock and a 2-point lead right now for Collision. First and second game right now, right?
Yeah.
Here in the Premier Division. Collision with that 2-point lead, 6 minutes on the clock. Bastards having to make something happen now past the 50-yard line, all the way into Collision's wedge. He's in a great spot. He's looking D-side, trying to cut off that angle. Is he going to get some help is the question. Gets a little help as another body joining him at that 40-yard line, at the wedge. He's looking towards that snake side. They have to run at a pretty good clip here, but it is not a put a guy in and move situation. This is not a desperation moment for the Bastards, especially with the position that they have here currently.
And with this one, TJ, they have one second-place finish. Collision won the last event, and Collision definitely wants to move up, taking the series title, so they know they can take a pretty big lead with a win here.
Well, as we say, styles make fights, and gunfight styles make fights as well, too. So, you know, Bastards really like to ramp up the aggression. They had that big-time center push to get him to this position. Collision plays a much more controlled game. So the question heading into these last couple minutes is going to be, can Collision stop the aggressive push of the Bastards right now? Not able to do it, so big opportunities here for the TJ Bastards. If they can get this body across that gap from Snake 1 here into Snake 2, you can see body in the back center, looking that way, slightly blocked out. The better position would be at the Aztec there, if the guy could dip in from D1, but you don't want to give up that outside containment as he's just gunfighting down that sideline as he wants to get across that gap here for Collision. But with Collision with the 2-point lead to protect, just really have to stop this attack right now for the Bastards.
And look, Collision still have 5 alive. TJ, they've already lost 1, so they're already a body down. have to try to push, and they get wide out to that Dorito corner.
Yeah, huge move. Outside containment right now for the Bastards. Going to be able to wrap around and try to present that offensive threat. This is a get out and up field. The middle is awesome, but ideally you want to be getting your bodies out and up. It's difficult on the snake side. It's not a traditional layout. That D side is a little bit more, I would think a little bit stronger, at least from what I've seen. I was obviously down in Florida for the ESPN show, so I didn't get to watch a ton of paintball yesterday. Just kind of focusing on the teams that I'm coaching out here. Shout out to Alliance and Mortal Enemy. Watch Mortal Enemy tomorrow. But right now, a couple moves being made as the Bass is going to get into that. Oh, getting clipped out, trying to get some offense going. And that is a tough death here for the Bastards to scramble across to the wedge and makes it clean.
But still 3-on-5 now. Collision just holding their zones. They're not going to drop those guns at all. They know they don't have to go anywhere.
Well, Coach Kyle Spica is in a tough spot right now here for the Bastards. Probably going to have to concede as he just lost 2 more bodies. Got to preserve the time. Going to be going down 3. Have to push about a minute. A point clip, but he's going to let it ride. No concessions so far here from Coach Spica. And then now we're going to see the concession. Probably just took him a little bit of time to walk over. There's a couple deaths coming off pretty quick. Though full control here from Collision. Looking pretty solid, trying to repeat with another W here at SC Village.
So here we go on to our 3rd place match. Fear up 3-2 over NBK.
I didn't know it kept changing for you guys. It normally does that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Fear, coached by Dan Lee and NBK, both Fran and Nikki over there in the pits for them. Fighting for 3rd and 4th here. Had an interesting conversation with Dan Lee. Said that they were going to go 3-man here in this match. They were just going to play 3 versus 3. I was like, you being serious right now? He's like, yeah, absolutely. Fran and Nikki said it was cool. But then when talked to Julian over there, he's like, nah, dude, we want to play 5-on-5 for NBK. So NBK, though, down a point here to Fear, moving up into the Premier Division. Starting off a little slow. Look, it is a learning curve out here. 0-4 at the first event, but starting to ramp it up, man. They train a lot. Again, coached by Dan Lee. Looking pretty solid. They got some heavy hitters on that team. Avery Nguyen, they got Vince Newell. Looking pretty solid here as they're building up their squad. Doubling up that back center. Going to walk up to that white can and taking that D1 position here as we see the wide shot. Diving, Fear on your right, NBK on your left. Body coming off right now for NBK, trying to take some ground in the
2
middle.
bodies.
Yeah, he's going to be taking the walk as well, too. Looking really good for Fear here to try to extend this lead. Yeah, sitting on a 5-on-3, that 53. If your Fear cannot squander these opportunities, you're up 2 bodies, you're up a point. Let's burn some clock right now. We're already in decent position. Ideally, just let it play out. You know NBK has to come or concede. So roll those guns, and when the time is right, get across into that snake 2 position, get across the top side there on your screen, get into those forward Doritos, and then just put the squeeze on them.
NBK moving out to that snake side corner there, and he does make it out alive. So
yeah, I like that fill. They need to get a fill out of that back center. NBK in not an ideal spot here. Tripled up in the back spots. They got out of the pocket. Need a little bit outside containment to give themselves a chance. But they're basically asking Fear to make a series of mistakes. But looking at Fear's body language, all tight in their spots. NBK just looking at the tips of barrels and the edges of goggles, and that is it. Tough situation right now for Coach, for Nikki here for NBK. You know, it's frustrating in this situation as time ticking off the clock. You're down a point, you're close. You don't want to concede this in a 35 and a 3-on-5, but you need to see some proactivity out of your players and see them trying to make something happen, because we need to keep time on the clock if we're going to go down by 2. Fear's just completely in the driver's seat right now. Looking good. They're in mostly pocket, 1 body out of it in that snake 1 position. He's looking side. They do let NBK into the snake 1 spot, so a little bit of drop on zone control here, but the big gap is the gap between that snake 1 position and into that main snake structure.
So Fear now starting to make those moves you were talking about as the time goes down, moving up to that center 50 carbon bunker. And we do have a running referee. He says he's clean.
Just making us get a little tense up here in the booth. Anytime you see that running referee, thinking maybe a penalty here.
Coin flip.
Yeah, but Fear looking like they're good to go. Taking a little bit of ground with Vince up the middle, getting to that carbon brick, and he's going back and forth, just trying to figure out the best place to put pressure downfield. Do I want to watch that snake gap? Probably a good idea. Do I want to contain on the D side? He's going to choose to watch that snake gap and kind of getting down to it on paint. So he can't just sit there on that lane with 325 to go down by 1 and just pump paint through that lane. Kind of had to pick and choose his shots here and hope he can catch a flash before he lights that player up. That player's going to be chilling for NBK, though, in Snake 1, looking inside. But they've been playing this 3-on-5 for a while. NBK has to try to make something going. I would probably concede right now. Down
Yep.
to, there it is. So they were just waiting for that last kill.
Yeah, Louser Snake player realized not much to do. Still, down by 2. Possible to come back. We've seen some fast points out here. I think the fast one we saw was about 25 seconds.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough when you get reached on a layout like this with a heavy pocket. This is a paintball 101 field. I really like this layout. D side is very strong. Snake side strong as well too, particularly if there's no one in front of you, because you can get all the way down and get those awesome angles in the middle. So it is an out and up field, meaning you want to get outside wide and then take real estate forward and get up towards those 50-yard lines. You got to be careful though. Lots of those, the position to get from Snake 1 across into the main Snake structure. Multiple players can shoot you from that position. It's very difficult. It's a little bit easier to get out and up on that D side, and then once those guns shift, paintball a game of angles. Those guns go outside wide, opens up the middle a little bit. You can crash the middle early here in this field. We have seen a decent amount of players, try to attack that middle. It's not the strongest middle we've had, but a very balanced field. Really like this layout. Great job to the WCPPL. Gonna be jumping into this one. Big ask here for TJ Bastards. 3:10 on the clock. It's reckless attack time for them. Collision's gonna go heavy guns. They double up that back center. Collision taking a lead early by going heavy guns. They were basically essentially tripling up that back center, and then on a quick delay getting a body out wide. They're gonna double it up this time, shoot a body or 2, and it's looking stellar right here for Collision. 3-point lead, a little under 3 to go. Excellent job by them to stack up these points, and they're looking pretty solidified here. Very most likely going to be taking their second win in a row.
There's another concession right there. That's going to give Collision a 4-point lead. Mercy Rule 5 in this division. So we'll see. TJ Bastards have to basically figure out how do you come back 3 points in about 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's a big ask. Big ask, my friend. You really have to, again, it's to put a guy in and make a move. Point spread means absolutely nothing when we get deeper into the tournament. So, yeah, what's the risk? That we're going to lose? Well, we're probably going to lose anyway if we go pocket. In fact, if I was their opponents, if I was Collision, I'm hoping they go pocket.
Yeah.
We know they're not. It's an aggressive team. It's basically, I think, didn't they play like a 14-point game earlier on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Score was
I mean,
8-6 yesterday.
It's like Red Legion playing Red Legion out there. Yeah, so 3:07 here, 22 seconds to go before the start of the next point. This is a little closer. This is the point right here. Got to have a point right now for MBK. Must-win situation for them here, right now, or is Fear going to take that third place? That would be a really good look here for Fear here in event number 3. Again, 0-4 at the first event, moving up from D3. So for them to take a third place, going to set a nice stage for them to have a good performance at the season finale in a couple months. So on the breakout right now, and here comes MBK. Big bites in the middle going to both wedges. 5 alive for them, and they get a kill. So it's going to be a 5-on-4 situation. Call it now a 5-on-3 here.
4-on-3. They lose the Snake corner down there.
Still, though, signs of life from MBK. You got those body at the wedges, going to be able to control that outside movement. It's all about execution on the close. They are going to commit. Body coming out of that can. Then here comes the double dose of bodies attacking on that Dorito side. So this is going to be a quick one here to keep the door open for a possible tie with about 2:30. By the time they get in, maybe around, let's call it 2:30 here. It's going to be a 1-point match.
There we go. Well, they did what they had to do. Got the kill off the break. Got another one. Close quick up the middle.
Just making it entertaining for us. I appreciate that. I stuck around to watch the finals after my team took 6, so
I know, we
I
watched
would
them.
like to be entertained. Yeah, I had one of our guys fell for the throw the pod trick. Rough. He played good all weekend, though, so.
Yeah, a couple of my buddies are on that team. Ryan Hensler, an old teammate of mine.
Oh, yeah?
And then Colin Rogan, yeah. Colin Rogan was actually my one of my roommates when we would travel to NXLs.
Really?
So.
Yeah, he refs out in the NXL. Yeah.
Oh,
They work hard.
I don't know if he still does or not. I know he stepped back for a while because family, kids type thing.
Yeah,
I know if he made back out.
Well, Colin, he refed earlier on the year. 'Cause
Okay.
I saw him at the award ceremony at the first event.
Okay, so
He refed out there. But yeah, Colin's been grinding. He got a couple reps here at this event. He's a great teammate. And then Rhino Hensler might be the best player in Kern County. Rhino Hensler is
he
real
used to
good.
drive 3 hours all the way down to Jungle Island to practice with us
He's
every
from
week.
Yeah, he's from Tehachapi.
So it was crazy. Yeah, when he decided he was going to leave and play closer to home, we were definitely bummed out, but we understood.
Yeah, he looks
was
like
a big loss.
He looks like a little mini Viking. Looks like an extra in the show The Vikings. Anyway, jumping back into it here. This is a tough one here for TJ Bastards. 2:44. Game not quite in the bag right now for a Collision, but they've been controlling the pace and the tempo of this action. Yeah, as TJ Bastards, are they going to be able to attack? Started early for Collision. I think it was 2-1 to start. And but yeah, Collision just playing some excellent execution paintball. This game's about execution. They've been executing nicely, trying to get another W here in the Premier Division.
Here they go,
WCPPL.
pushing up. The Collision, they're just locking in and get one.
TJ Bastards alive, though, here on Collision's side. They're at their wedge, pushing the issue here. Jesse Stevens has been guesting with the TJ Bastards. And another body comes off right now for both squads. Still pushing the issue, TJ Bastards. Let's see if we can pan over and see if there's any other bodies left alive. They got one. Here comes the second body on the attack. Is it a 2-on-2? Going to be threatened. No, three bodies left alive for Collision. They let him almost all the way through. Great zone control here for Collision. This might be a last-ditch effort as, again, 5-point mercy rule here in Premier. And that is going to do it. Dying on their swords, the TJ Bastards. Shout out to them, second place. How have they done in the rest of the events?
TJ was in the final in the first event, and they were like 11th in the second. So a little bit inconsistent. It's their second finals appearance. They just had a little hiccup the last one.
Yeah, Collision a little off on the count. Doesn't matter at all, as this game's pretty much over as soon as they figure it out. Going to march down, put that point on the board for the Mercy Rule victory here. Final score probably going to be 6-1 unless Collision doesn't want to run up the score, but I think they should be able to figure it out in the next minute. Yeah, it looks like they have just concluded. There are no more enemies to shoot, so they're going to take their sweet time to get down to the buzzer, as they do not need any more points.
They're going to hit it.
But 2 second places for TJ Bastards. Solid, obviously great leadership over there with Kyle Spica. He's a tactician. Love me some Kyle Spica. Great dude. Good paintball mind. Great guy to have on your team.
They have some pretty solid players, too.
Yeah,
a couple guys from the played with Latin Saints before.
Yeah, they got some talent. And speaking of talent, I think that was Boyum hitting the buzzer here for the last one for Collision. Really like what Collision's been doing. They've been stacking up some talent, try to be the best team here on the West Coast. And I know they got some pro dreams as well, too. Playing semi-pro in Major League Paintball. So big congratulations to them taking the victory here at event number 3.
Back-to-back wins
West
for those
Coast,
guys.
Yeah, West Coast Classic back-to-back. Best team in Premier here currently. Everyone going to be gunning for them come the season finale here in a couple months. What's the dates on the season finale?
October 24th, 25th, 26th. It's my birthday.
Oh, well.
So I know if I make it out here, we'll see.
29?
I wish. Add 6 years to that.
20 seconds.
So this one a little closer, 2:30 to go. Let's see if MBK can get something done. They're going to be on the left side, Fear on the right side, Fear in those red jerseys.
10 seconds.
Playing for a bit of pride and some season standings here in this 3rd and 4th place match. So on the breakout, no risk at all here for Fear. A little risk for MBK as they get a body out wide to the back corner bunker, but they are going to be losing that inside body. So it's going to be a 5-on-4 situation. No, 4-on-4 now as Fear drops a body, doubling up in that back center. Fear's been going to that doubled up back center. It's a bit of a risk, gives you that extra gun, but you just can't be there for very long. MBK going to try to filter out wide, not able to make it. He's going to take the walk, so going to now be 3-on-4. Fear also filtering out, and another death for MBK. So not looking good here for NBK in a 2-on-4 situation. Probably not going to be able to tie this one up, barring some major mistakes here from Fear. So we'll see if Fear wants to run into the breach. MBK wants to run the breach. Fear just needs to tighten up. I'm pretty sure they're pretty close to the count. You can tell they're really not risking much, just keeping those outside containment. They're just going to spot them, the 50 brick. Hey, man, yeah, have a good time at the brick. We're going to pick you up. Sure enough, that's exactly what happens. So the options dwindling here for NBK, and they are not conceding, so probably going to be content with a 4th place finish. So once it went to that 2-on-4, if they really wanted this one, probably would have conceded that to give them a good minute 40 left on the clock to give them a chance down by 2.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, they're going to concede, so at least we'll see one more point.
Yeah, so 33-second points here. This is a full send staggered attack moment. Have we seen a ton of those here on this layout? Like a well-executed staggered attack?
A couple of them, yeah. Like the NorCal Kings pulled one off earlier. It was about 25 second, but that's the fastest one Most times when they've done it, it takes about 40 seconds, but I can see MBK giving it a shot, but getting 2 points like that, possible? I always say possible, yes.
Probable? Absolutely not. Yeah, it is, as we say, a big ask.
As they say in Dumb and Dumber, you say there's a chance.
Yeah, so there's always a chance. I've seen crazy stuff out here in the past 30 years, but yeah, it's just highly improbable that MBK is going to be able to get 2 points right around a 33-second clip for each one of them. But they got a minute to figure it out. Reckless attack on this field. I mean, that middle's pretty survivable. A lot of teams call that 50 brick the monster. So that 50 brick, very makeable. If you want to run and get there, you can gun up on one. You got to pick a side. Once you get there, again, be careful. Don't fall for the throw the pod trick. But to stop it, because from the pocket, even if you lose one of the bodies on the snake side, going from that back center, the white can, the center tower, and the Aztec shading towards the D side, as long as you just keep your gun rolling, it's only 1 minute 6 seconds left. So bring your full complement of paint out and just never stop shooting your gun, and everyone's going to have a really hard time. You are going to spot on the center a little bit, but eventually you're going to have to run through those gaps. So definitely a big advantage right now for Fear. Yeah, we've seen some quick points, but this is not a trick field. Again, it's like kind of a paintball 101 execution. You got to execute, solid game plan, survivability, and high gunfight survivability as well too. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe MBK is going to show something right now.
And the other thing to factor in is penalties. You can get through. You can get him a major penalty. It's under that 60 seconds. Instant swing. You still have some good time on there.
Yeah, absolutely. We are here at the legendary SC Village.
Thank you, Bobby.
Love this. It's got a lot of nostalgia for this paintball park. It's been coming here since 1993. And it just keeps growing and growing. Love what Mike came in and everyone's doing over here on the tournament side for SC Village. Todd Martinez is about to finish SC Village San Diego out in Lakeside.
Oh, yeah?
That field should be up and running pretty soon here as well, too. It's going to be a force multiplier for all the teams down south. And then what time are we starting tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm actually not going to be here tomorrow. I have to take my kid to a birthday party. So I get to...
Who's going to do the webcast?
I don't know.
Well,
we were supposed to have...
I can't. I have to coach.
Oh, well. So the other guy said that too, but he's apparently... Yeah, Andrew's supposed to be doing it tomorrow.
Andrew will be here. Baritone voice Andrew.
Here we go. Minute 6 on the clock. Can MBK pull off?
Well,
2 quick points. Oh.
Yeah, Fear is going to be dropping a body. Quick points come from early deaths, and we're going to see a minor penalty.
And a penalty.
Hey, you just talked about this. Penalties opening the door here for MBK as they get chewed up a bit here on the break as multiple bodies are flooding up the field for them, but still, it looks like as the dust settles, 2-on-2 situation, but they have to get it going if they want to try to tie this one up and take it in overtime. There goes another kill. It's going to be 2-on-1 here in favor of MBK. Last body left alive, back corner bunker on that top side, that D side.
He's out.
Yeah, he's going to get torched. And so, yeah, just talked about it. 33 seconds was the pace needed, and now 31 seconds left. Did get a bit of a gift of a penalty, and that destroyed the snake side. So,
well, we were saying, possible, but highly improbable, but it looks like they could maybe pull this off.
Well,
so.
they get one gift with the penalty, and they made the most of it. Even after losing some bodies, but now they have to go back into the breach and ask for that same level of execution and hopefully another penalty as well, too. You can do it once. Can you do it twice? But this should be an entertaining point because we're going to see MBK load up, do the staggered attack as they don't really have – this is not a standard game plan moment right now. You can't just, hey, get to your spots, make it happen. Nope, you have to have an actual drawn-up quick play where you're going to send a body through early to draw guns. Another body's going to also come through slightly off of that. Hopefully he gets at least some ground turning some guns, and then you would like a guy running down each sideline, and you keep one guy in the back. That's why we call it the staggered attack. And that's at least your best foot forward in these situations. Does it always work out? Absolutely not. But absolutely not. In fact, it doesn't really work out all that often. But maybe you cause some chaos and hope the guys stay tunnel vision on positions. If you're Fear, just keep your head on a swivel. Head on a swivel in this situation. You know they're going to be running right at you. They're going to be at a disadvantage, and do not get a major penalty. That's the biggest situation here. Under 60 seconds, swing point. That helped my D3 team Alliance beat Sicarios. So if you're Fear and you're Dan Lee, definitely want to make a note to your boys. I'm sure he has. Hey,
No penalties.
no penalties.
Yeah, we saw that in the D3 final. I'm blanking on their name. SSP though, they were up and
SSB versus Pink.
yeah, and they were up, almost mercy rolling, and then penalty.
Yeah, I watched
Pink
that.
almost brought it back. It's like,
Well, and then Pink almost had it, but the guy did the spin without hitting the buzzer with
I
2
know.
seconds left, and we were sitting there losing our minds in the pit.
ugh.
Thought we were going to see an overtime. Here comes a big bite. Ooh, all the way into their 200 here for NBK. That move can work.
Here comes the rest of the attack.
So looks like Fear going to be dropping a body from the middle as the attack now with just 18 seconds. That D2 player is going to get peeled off. Love the run off the break. A little bit of a cross move
Gets
in
one.
the middle.
He's got to go.
He
10
does
seconds.
get one. I don't know if he's going to have enough time as that body is still left alive, and it's going to be a 1 versus 1 here as they go all the way around. He's going to get it with 3 seconds left.
Woo!
Tie.
Okay, is he clean though? Referee's coming in with that big check. And he gets the thumbs up. We are going to overtime.
So we're gonna.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Hey, we asked for excitement and we got it. It's gonna be tied up 5-5. I did not think NBK. I mean, there was barely any time on the clock. That's multiple mistakes here for Fear. If I'm Dan Lee right now, I'm getting a little frustrated because we let them run all the way to past the 50 and dive into our 300 off the break. The guy lived for a little bit, and then in the chaos came down to that 1 versus 1. But played at the perfect pace. When I coach teams, when I work with teams, we do drills, I'm always preaching, hey, you have to stay on the pace of the action. Well, what does that mean? That means that when the chaos sets in, you have to have an understanding of what your teammates are doing and where they are so you can be close enough to them that you're playing off of the chaos that they create. And that was just so well executed for NBK. So shout out to Nikki and the coaching squad over there, drawing up some really fast game plans, and then also great for the players to execute those game plans because you need both.
Yeah, we talk about drills, right? I mean, sometimes these teams, they show up to the field, they go play, and they're not really learning anything. The importance of actually going out, drilling specific things, focusing on what you need to focus on, right, and getting that done. It's like that's the key to playing events like these that have a blind layout and all that. It's all drilling and being prepared.
Yeah, don't even get me started, bro. Yeah, no, it's one of my, it just burns my paintball soul, is that I'll talk to a team and I'm like, you want to win? Yeah. You want to get better? Yeah. You want to do this in a year or two, or you want to do it and never like play 5 years in the same division and never move up? No, we want to win. I'm like, what do you do in your practice? We go out and play points. What are you doing?
No.
You know?
Yeah,
all professional, anyone that's a professional athlete drills very specific movements and situational understandings given what they're about to endure as far as the instances that are going to happen, so it burns in pattern recognition to their brains. So yeah, if you go out to practice, it's more fun to play points, and yeah, this all costs money, but if your goal is to win tournaments and to get better and utilize the prime of your life to be an absolutely paintball god, it's probably going to be a benefit to you to do the hard work and do the drills.
Yeah, it's
Not as fun, but it's a force multiplier.
you have to decide basically is, do you want to come out here and win and compete, or do you want to go out and play and have fun? And either way, it's fine. You decide what you want out of the game.
There's a space for you. We
Yeah.
got a lot of teams here, man, and and to be honest, not every team is here to win. They may say it, but their actions tell me that's not the case.
You know, I mean, you look at a team like that last point, Collision. You know, they're out here every weekend. They're drilling on these fields. They know, you could see it in their play. So these guys, Fear, same thing. They're down the road here at Jungle Island.
Oh, weird. They're
It's
out
like-
here every weekend. Oh, weird. They just won 2 events in a row.
Yeah, geez.
Strange how that happens.
Correlation.
And I'm not throwing any hate, man. If you want to just show up, crush beers with the boys, and have a blast, there's definitely a place for you. Paintball's super fun, whichever way you want to do it. You want to be super dedicated? Awesome. But don't tell me that you want to go win
Yeah.
tournaments and then show up and play points with no time pressure and never want to do drills. Yeah, you just can't. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just not how it works out here.
Nope, not anymore. Way too competitive. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Overtime point. Fear on the left, MBK on the right. Third place match on the line.
So Fear going to go heavier guns, a little less risk, as MBK is going to take the wedge and he makes it clean. 5 on 5. Pretty close to similar situations except for the extra body up the middle with a little bit more real estate here for NBK. So look for these teams to feel it out for a little bit. Fear doubling up that back center. They've been going with this game plan quite a bit. It's worked out for them, decent amount. Obviously they stacked up the lead, but not able to stop the aggression of MBK, scoring a couple points to tie if he just joined us. But Fear, you can see he wants to get out of there. His body language is telling me that he wants to get out of that back corner or back center bunker. There's not a lot of space for him to go. Essentially, there's one bunker to go. Two, it's the Aztec on that D side, or he could go up to that tower, or he could get past his buddy. He could leapfrog a body. Now there's going to be a position open for him.
Well, one of the things too that Fear's been doing is sending their snake eye to snake 1. Now they've been sending him short to that god. So now it's trying to matter of if he's going to try to go to that snake 1, allow the guy to fill, or if he's basically going to sit there and contend just controlling that snake side, knowing MBK has that wing player just sitting there locking out that lane.
Yeah, it's good that Fear got the body out first. That can is okay, but it's a great launching pad. You don't have the best angles from there, but having outside containment is crucial. Again, when we say you want to get outside and up, which means you want to take that real estate with lateral movements to get outside and get towards the sideline, and then get up, take real estate, go forward. So he's done the first step. But bad, I wouldn't say completely poor zone control, because that snake one's pretty easy to make. A lot of guys been getting in there off the break. Body, though, dropping from that back corner bunker. So a bad death here in overtime for Fear. Do not want to be losing a gunfight when it's a 55 and you are the farthest body out wide at a can with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left. You want to stay alive in that position.
And Fear now doubling up that center can, so one of them is probably looking at the launch possibly to that big wing right there on the snake side, or maybe even all the way up to the 50.
But the body that was out, slightly wide for MBK, he also takes a walk. So get a little gunfight win here for even up the count, but pushing the issue. MBK feeling the momentum. They're going to run through, get that body out of that doubled up can. Tough to live in that position. He's also still in a really rough spot. This player for MBK needs to stay alive. He doesn't, though. So on the counter punch, Fear's going to get out wide as he gets into D1. 3 on 2 here in favor of Fear. With a little bit of time to play, have to be patient in these moments. If you recognize that it's a 32, a 3 on 2, you just want to play tight. You have some time to work with. You have the advantage. You don't want this to go to one-on-ones because you have that extra body, and they get the kill out of the snake. So tough situation right now for NBK.
Let's see, saying all day, slow, methodical paintball, talk it up, find the bodies, communicate where they're shooting, and find a way to get that kill. NBK looking to try to find one kill here to even it up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Fear knows the count. They have a big advantage on the count. It's a 31, it's a 3 on 1. And they're only looking at one guy, and he's inside. So just not ideal for NBK. I'm guessing Fear might be off a kill. And that kind of explains why there's no lateral outside movement. Also, if they know the count, because this MBK player is being very proactive. He's going back and forth. He's head checking both sides. He's really not giving Fear a chance to figure out like which side he's looking at. And then now they dip out wide. So I'd rather it happen slowly and safely than quit. And there's going to be the last kill. So after a tense moment here for Fear, it looks like they are going to be taking the 3rd place here in the Premier Division. Again, congratulations to them. They went 0-4 at the first one. I can't remember what they took at the second one, but
they finished 8th place.
8th. Okay, so 0-4, 8th, 3rd.
Yep.
Good job, Dan and the boys on Fear. Again, coming up from D3, this is their first year as a Premier team. Yeah, see, they're definitely off the count, which is fine. That's going to happen. Very few times you're going to have the count absolutely perfect all the time. Took him a little bit of time to figure it out, but now going to walk in. He's going to do the spin for his boys, which are not close to him yet. Still has a little bit of time to work with. Want to make sure he doesn't hit that buzzer with a hit on him. He's waving at the camera saying, "What's up, Mom?" Is that Avery? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Win. Win.
Is that Justin? That is going to do it. So Fear taking the 3rd place game, 6-5. Congratulations to them. And that will conclude our Premier Division. We're going to take a short break here. But Maddie, thanks a lot for joining me. You going to stick around and do more commenting?
No, I've had a very long 48 hours coming back from Orlando to do the ESPN show, so I'm going to go and hang out in the hotel room in the Peace and Quiet.
I will appreciate you commentating with us. Best of luck to you guys in the future. And we are going to take a break.
Thank you.
show you the difference between the SC and the CC harness. Our premier pack is the SC harness. The first thing you're going to notice when you grab that is actually how light it is and how small it is. In fact, it is 1 pod less in width than a traditional harness as well. Secondly, the silicone that's throughout the whole belt is going to secure the pack on you, so if you're running, diving, jumping, it's not going to move around. And then you're also going to notice the ventilation. So the whole belt has perforations throughout to keep it way more breathable than a traditional pack. Lastly is the lumbar support on the SC pack.
All right, here we go. Back to our field. This is our Division 4 prelims now. Premier and D3 are done. We have SRK on the left-hand side and East Los Mafiosos on the right. These teams able to play on the webcast field. So we move through those fields. Look like SRK pulling those standard spots in the center. The God, the home, the can. They're going to make that move to the snake 1. Mafioso is losing 1 out of that wing. Looks like they lost a couple. So SRK going to be moving down this field slowly, finding the bodies. Not really trying to give up anything. There they go, moving it out wide. All right, and starting to push Drita side and the snake side. And they're definitely figuring out the count because I think they shot some extra bodies off and are therefore figuring it out. And their player finally figures that one out, realizes, yeah, we got this one in the bag. And he's going to press that buzzer. Or thought he was at least. Acted like he was. But he's going to wait and see if the Mafiosos are going to see it. And they do not, so he's going to press that and get the point with just over 10 minutes left on the clock. Moving on to our second match, we have the Narcos D4. Big camp out of here down there in the Temecula area. They have several teams playing here at the WCPPL, and they will be taking on Team Velocity Gold. See how these teams play each other. Let's see. So Velocity Gold, they're at Velocity Paintball Park down there in San Diego, so 2 local SoCal teams. Narcos, like I said, down here, SoCal as well. Been competing the WCPPL for a long time. These guys know exactly how to get it done in tournaments. They have a lot of help with their coaching staff, the program behind them. So they should know how to play this field pretty well. And here we go. Narcos on the left. They're in like the gold jerseys. Velocity on the right. They are in, looks like black and gold as well. So Narcos in that snake 1, the God, and he makes that move out to the snake corner. So Narcos really pushing that snake side, but he does get shot out. Narcos home player going to launch up to that Aztec though, as well as take the big Dorito. Velocity Gold, they are sitting in that big Dorito. Looks like they're double stacking that home still. Playing a little more conservative, getting the snake 1 and the God bunker. Narcos making that move to the snake 2 though, and he's going to start making his way down the field unchecked. Velocity going to get in there and say, not today. Both these teams getting wide like they need to. As Maddie was saying before, there is play at the center of the big bunkers, but Velocity lose their snake player in a snap battle. This is a get out and get up type of field. Velocity going to fill in that snake side unopposed, trying to do some damage control over there as they try to figure out how to come back. There's the Narcos players. Narcos going to fill 1 into the snake 1 here. So interesting play there because he's on the inside. So he's leaving his buddy in the snake 3 here to kind of protect his own wire. Velocity sitting there in that God bunker. They also have the Dorito corner and the Dorito 2 over there. So they are nice and wide on that Dorito side. While Narcos only have the 1 player in that baby Dorito. Both teams just talking up, trying to find bodies. He's going to come out wide, and he steps out of bounds. And that's going to be a major penalty on the Narcos player stepping out of bounds. And when he did, he shot the snake player, and that major penalty is going to end the point.
Penalty point will go to Team Velocity. Narcos 5 up.
So penalty point, player stepping out of bounds and then eliminating the snake player. So kind of an unfortunate play there, but it is the rules. You step out of bounds, you are eliminated. You can't just take infinite wide there. So slight mental mistake. He's going to learn from that one, not make that mistake again. But back to our other match, SRK. These guys have been around for a while as well. They're out of Sun City, Arizona. Currently today, they lost their first match to AZ Drama, so they're looking to bring this one back, take a second on the day. D4 only plays 2 matches today, so these guys are going to be done after this. And then East Los Mafiosos out of Los Angeles area, they lost their first one to LA Collision, so again, they're looking for their first win as well. Mafiosos on the left, and SRK on the right. See what we can do here. So all the way up to the center tower, but Mafiosos lose one off the snake side. So SRK dialing in those shots, and they take all the back bunkers, playing pretty conservative, but they're going to move to that snake one, stay alive in that can, the home, the big Dorito, and the Dorito corner getting nice and wide, which is the key to this field. You need to get wide, you need to get up to get those angles, and you need to have support to do it. So the center play is there to help contain. But SRK getting into the snake too. Nobody really opposing him. Mafioso is finally moving out to that God bunker to see what they can do. But he's going to go into the snake 3. He's going to look inside. See if he can find a shot. Doesn't really look like he has one right now. So he's going to probably want to take one more bite and see if he can get up and in there. But here we go. Mafioso is making a smart move, getting wide all the way to the corner, and he's going to be able to lock down, and he's going to get the kill on the snake player there. Nice move by the Mafioso snake side player, moving out all the way and get control of that side. SRK moving up to that wing on the snake side now, trying to do some damage control there with the Mafiosos taking the widest bunker. SRK do have the Dorito corner, but they lose their Dorito 2 as Mafiosos push into the Dorito side a little more. Dorito 2 and the center tower. Looks like it is a 3-on-2 as SRK lose their Dorito player. Again, both these teams looking for their first win, trying to play smart, just communicate. And a nice move from the tower. He's going to come over there to the wing, snap shoot out his mirror, leaving just one player left alive in that God bunker. Mafiosos now have to figure out that he is the last one to get that call, and he's going to run all the way over to the snake. Interesting move, but does get the job done as long as you get in there alive, but he does not, so throwing his body away. Again, lesson learned, got to basically talk it up with your teammates, find out where the body is, communicate it. So no reason to make moves like throw your body away. 1-on-1 now. Mafioso snake corner getting shot out. Mafioso's in that center tower. SRK looks like he's in that snake corner. So these guys just trying to get this first one. 1v1 right now. So plenty of time on the clock. I would say the advantage definitely goes to the Mafiosos player. He has a lot of bunkers to play with. He can move around, basically confuse the SRK player. The SRK guy, he's in that corner. He's kind of stuck, but it is a good bunker spot out of it. And I guess it was a 2-on-1. Had somebody sneaking back there and hiding. So Mafiosos did have an extra player, and he just goes and hits that bunker, hits the buzzer. And the point is good. Mafiosos is going to tie this one up. 8:07 remaining on the clock. Back to our other match, we're going to check in. Then Narcos, they won their first one against Dark Horse. Mercy ruled that one. And then their second one, Team Velocity Gold. They lost their first one to the Cobras. So Velocity looking to get their first win right before going in and playing 2 rounds tomorrow. Narcos already have a win, looking to end the day, going 2-0. Both teams local to Southern California. Again, we're back to prelims now. We've been doing playoff games all day. So with prelims, you do want to get a point spread up. Time matters. All those factors determine your score and be able to go on the next round or if you go home. Here we go. Narcos on the right, Velocity on the left, and Velocity takes a big gap. They go to the snake off the break, but they do lose their God player. Narcos do lose one out of the center as well, so it looks like 4-on-4 right now. We had a checking referee on that Dorito side, and he is telling the player he is good. So Narcos moving up to that wing to lock out that snake side, but referee going in to check that side there. And he is safe. He's clean right there. So Narcos player missing his line. He does have that snake one in there to back him up. Mafiosos making their way up. These D4 guys, they're definitely playing the snake pretty aggressive. And here we go. Snake battle going down right here. And he's going to shoot him out of there. Did not realize he was that far up. But looks like they trade there. Narcos moving into both wings. They're start putting pressure. Trying to find those last bodies. These guys, it's like they have 3 players left alive, the Dorito 3 and both wings. They're trying to figure out the count. Make sure nobody's hiding in these back bunkers. They're cautioning the snake right now. So believing there could be another snake still alive. So they've lost the body count, but as soon as they figure it out, they will go hit the buzzer in order to tie this one up. So there they go. So Narcos tying this one up 1-1. Back to our other match, SRK Mafiosos tied 1-1 as well. So these teams, all these teams, Division 4, this is their first day playing. They play 2 prelim matches today. They're going to play 2 tomorrow. And then those who do well in the division will move on to the elimination round tomorrow afternoon. So easy day today for these teams. Going to be a tough one tomorrow if you move on, but have one of the lower seeds. You're going to play a lot of paintball in your typical California summer weather. But these guys have had all day yesterday to watch games, watch the live streaming up here, so they do have an idea of how to play this field, and they're able to walk the fields. We do use a blind layout here at the WCPPL, so there's no practicing the fields beforehand. It's all released the day before the event, but these lower division teams do get an advantage. They're able to go and watch games and see how it's played, and a lot of them do work with older higher division teams, so they are able to get some coaching and insight onto what the key points are for working on this field. But here we go, SRK Mafiosos breaking out. Mafiosos 5 alive, taking those standard center bunkers, trying to control those lanes. SRK looks like they're going to make a move out to the Dorito 2 and get wide over there, while also holding that center wing. Mafiosos are going to match him in that snake side wing, but one's going to walk away from SRK on that Dorito side. No, he's still alive. It looks like one did walk for SRK. So 4-on-5 right now. Advantage to the Mafiosos. SRK moving into that snake one. So we're seeing what's going to happen here with this one. Looks like SRK, they're going to lose their back center player. Not a death you want to have out of there, even the buys up 4-on-4, and with that, Mafiosos are going to move into the Dorito 2. All right, start applying that pressure. Oh, and we have a free run to check that inside. He says he is good. So, SRK getting the player into the 50 area of the snake. Mafiosos going to lose their wing player. That's going to take some pressure off that Dorito side. So, but SRK losing their own Dorito side players he's running up. So, players getting picked off left and right here, kind of slowing the point down. So, Mafiosos still have a home player and a Dorito 2. Home player's going to fill out to that God. It looks like the SRK wing player is engaged with that Dorito, and they're going to run him down. And he's going to live through that. And then he's going to shoot out corner player. He's going to bunker him. And Mafioso player just kind of runs with his gun down, runs to his death. No need to... Well, interesting play there. You know, it was a good play to run down the snake guy, but you could have run him down, stopped, and probably didn't engage with the wing player here. Down. So, again, you know, part of this is learning, understanding how to make adjustments for the next one. But it looks like SRK is going to walk this in, and they are going to take a 2-1 lead. All right, back to our other match. 8:24 still left on the clock. You have Narcos D4 taking that last point 1-1 against Team Velocity Gold. They took the first one. Both these teams looking to capitalize on the end of today. Narcos have their first win. Velocity lost their first one, so they're looking to add a win here going into Sunday with an increased chance of moving on. We'll see how these guys are going to play to try to get the advantage. 8:24 left on the clock. Still plenty of time. No need for any of these teams to rush, do anything reckless. It's going to throw bodies away. I think we were talking about it earlier. Key to this field is get out alive. I mean, 5 alive to start. Don't lose your body off the break. And then get out to those wide positions and start pushing. It's the up and out field, like we said. So the team that can get out wide and stay alive wide is the ones that are usually taking these points. So here we go. Narcos on the left, Velocity on the right. Narcos playing a little more pocket and control, trying to shoot that lane. Velocity getting into that snake one. Looks like they're doubling that home, the can and the big Dorito there, and they're going to bump out to that God. Narcos losing one out of the center can, and they're going to bump out to that Aztec from the home. So 4-on-5 in favor of Velocity Gold. Just playing like control paintball right here, just holding it in. And not really forcing the effect at all, except now Velocity getting up to that Dorito side, matching a Narcos player in there. So good move there. You know, heads up, basically realizing, hey, got to get in there. Narcos pushing the offense over here on the snake side, getting wide. They're down a body, and they're not letting that stop them. So good heads up play. Looks like Velocity's going to bump out to that snake corner, back of a snake guy, and control the Narcos player in that snake too. And it looks like Narcos are going to match him in that corner. So 4-on-5 still. Favor of them looks like, yeah, 4-on-5. In favor of Velocity. But Narcos are in a better attacking position. Oh, and he takes one. First head check up, take a look, and that wing player was sitting there waiting for him. And, well, that happens sometimes. So Velocity now have the body advantage. So, and have the player in the snake. So if he can get in there, start going to work. All right, maybe get up here and look crossfield, try to shoot that wing player. But Narcos player going to move up to the center 50 carbon bunker in the middle. It's like a snake player here may have some gun trouble. Looks like he's jamming his hopper, doing some surgery there. Corner player having to keep the mirror alive here. That's never good when your gun or hopper goes down like that. Point kind of slowing down. Neither team wanting to give away an advantage to the other. Don't want to give away a body to a dumb move or, you know, lose something. There you go. Makes that move to the snake. He's going to come through. That's right. And the Narcos player goes through and looks like he trades out with the other center player for Velocity. But Velocity still in the snake side. Snake 2, snake corner, and they have the Dorito 2 over there. Narcos. Looks like they have their snake corner and potentially a Dorito over there. SRK is playing it, or sorry, Velocity is playing it like there's another player live on that Dorito side. But that is going to be a concession from the Narcos. They see the writing on the wall, say no, no more. And they are going to drop that down and go up 2-1 over Narcos. Back to our other match. SRK up 2-1 over Mafiosos. Ooh. Sorry about that. All right, 30 seconds. 5:30 left on the game clock. These teams making their way out. SRK on the right in those tan-colored jerseys. Mafiosos there on the black.
20 seconds.
So we'll see. Mafiosos played that last one well. Just a little bit of mistakes there in the snake. Trying to run through with his gun down
10 seconds.
instead of coming with his gun up. So we'll see if he's able to make the adjustment on that. And here we go. Mafioso's getting a little while on the snake side. Did he make it? They go snake 2 and snake 1 off break. Being aggressive on the snake side, trying to get wide. Recheck in, and he's going to pull that snake 1 player out. SRK going to match him in that snake 2. And he's going to shoot him in the foot, get him out of there. So 2 bodies lost for Mafiosos on that snake side. Fill over from the cannon of the God, but SRK snake player here left unchecked. He's going to go all the way down that snake, start wrapping and start doing damage, putting shots in at that home. You know, the Mafioso is coming out to that corner. All right, SRK losing 1 as well, though, so it's a 4-on-3. All right, but it looks like Mafioso's player was hit in that snake side corner, and he's going to get a minor penalty. That looks like it's going to end it. SRK is still trying to figure out the calls here. Maybe they don't realize the penalty went up, took that lost body out. There we go. SRK slowly figuring out the call. And as they approach, they still think maybe that home's alive. Maybe they see him get pulled out for the penalty. And cautiously they approach and realize that's the end of it. They're going to hit it, take a 3-1 lead with 4 minutes left on the clock. Uh-oh. Referee give him a thorough check, and he says, you are good to go. Always nervous sometimes when you hit that buzzer and the referee's taking a little extra time. You're like, what does he see that I don't see? But it looks like he's good to go. All right. 5:31 left on this one. Velocity up 2-1 over the Narcos. So we'll see. This one's both been pretty straightforward. Both teams playing strong paintball. Just an occasional kill here or there. Losing the body here has been the difference in this one. So these teams are Division 4. We are done with our Premier and Division 3 matches. Congrats to everybody placing there and to the winners. All right, so now we'll be doing Division 4 from here on out. All right. See this plays out. Who's going to be aggressive here, trying to take this down? All right. Velocity looks like they're going to be running 2 to that snake side. They get 1 to the corner, 1 to the snake 1, and he is clean going in. So Velocity making it out, but you do have a ref checking that center player, and they make it out wide to the Dorito 2 as well. So Velocity getting wide on this field, which is what you need to do. Narcos trying to match in that Dorito, and then he's going to go into that Dorito 2 after a quick engagement, and they're going to push up to that Dorito side wing there and the snake side wing. So locking out that snake side, he's going to keep the snake 1 player honest. Not a lot of velocity, got to get up there. But the Narcos player here, he's sitting on the God. He has to decide if he's going to go to that snake to match, and there he goes. You know, matching him right there. Velocity does have a corner player, but he's shooting inside, trying to get that cross shot. So we'll see how this one plays out. Narcos over there, that Dorito side. and that Dorito and that baby Dorito. And they're going to push up to the 50, but he's going to get chopped out of there. So Narcos dropping another body. Velocity holding those lanes steady. Put together. So the Velocity player, like he got shot out of that snake corner. So it should be a 3-on-4 now. As more Narcos players are dropping off that side, so it's like 3-on-3. Velocity going to push into that snake. All right, both teams at the snake too. Narcos zoned up there on the wire. This guy looks down. He's going to get scalped in the face. And they have one player over there in the insert Dorito. Narcos pushing back into that 50 brick. And Narcos snake player, he gets shot out from over the top. Uncharacteristic right there. That's not a good death. So 3-on-2, but oh, and the Velocity player, he stands up. Narcos player sitting right there waiting for him. He's going to give him a few, get him out of there. Velocity player is going to retreat back to the corner. The corner and the home. Narcos, had a couple players alive there, but looks like they got picked out of there. So Velocity still figuring out the count. And once they do, they're going to realize that it's only 2 of them left alive. None for the Narcos, but they're going to let this clock run down. As they do, one thing we were talking about before, if you're a new team coming out here and you're looking to win this league, it's the difference between teams that win and the teams that show up and play are those that focus on drills. Situational drills that ingrain it into your mind, make it an automatic habit of this is what you have to do. So if you're a team out there looking at this league going, dang, I want to come out and play, what should I do? Find a team and be prepared to run and drill and basically get better at your fundamentals. Because that's what's going to take to win out here, even just to make Sunday Club out here at the WCPPL. If you just want to show up and play, that's great. Go have fun. But if you want to do well, make sure you get your drills in. All right. So Velocity taking another point on that one, going up 3-1. Back to our other match. SRK up 3-1 over the Mafiosos. 4:04 left on the clock. And we're going to see who. We have a technical timeout here. So before we get started here, we're going to shout out all the sponsors for this webcast making it possible. GI Sports, Lone Wolf Paintball, Violence, Andrew Lopez Law, JT, Carbon, HK Army, Evil, Play Game Podcast, SC Village, Weapons Defy, DAS, Avina's Law Group, Die Precision, PBX, and Bunker Supplements. Here we go. SRK on the left, Mafiosos on the right. SRK play a little conservative, getting out to the Dorito corner. Mafiosos getting into that Snake 1 and into the insert Dorito bunker, that mini wing, and they're going to push up to the Snake side wing to match that. And SRK, they lose their widest player over there in that Dorito corner, but they do get into the Snake 1 the match, and they fill out to the big insert Dorito. SRK, they're going to push up into that Snake side now, get a little aggressive, but Mafiosos do have somebody looking over that player. So if he decides to pop up, try to engage, they do have someone looking there trying to take a shot. SRK looks like he's going to post on that Snake side, see if that guy is going to come out to try to engage him. Mafiosos is moving to the Snake 2, but he makes it in clean. It's not getting shot by the SRK player. 5-on-4 in favor of Mafiosos. They stack that Dorito side into that baby Dorito and that Dorito 2. SRK, and SRK lose their Aztec over there. So down to 3. Mafiosos moving out to that Snake corner. So see if Mafiosos have the body advantage. 2:40 left on the clock. If they are going to be able to close that out. SRK, they do lose their Snake side wing player. Mafiosos up 4 bodies to 2. Are they going to be able to close it out? SRK shot out that one. And it looks like oh, he hit the buzzer. So it looks like Mafiosos player ran from behind and hit the buzzer. So, and a point approved, bringing this one back to a 1-point game with 2:30 left on the clock. So, heads up play for those who are new to watching this. The goal is not to eliminate all the players. All you have to do is hit the buzzer on the other team's start gate. So if they have players left alive and they're not paying attention, you walk over there and hit that buzzer, you get the point. It's just a lot easier to do when there's nobody left alive on the other team to stop you. So take a look at some of the comments here. All right. Yes, it was totally awesome that Maddie Marshall got the comment on here. I mean, it was awesome that he was able to do it with us, and I know for sure I learned a lot just listening to him and talking with him. So, thank you, Maddie, for that. Let's go SRK Mafia. There is a. Let's see who coaches Narcos. Narcos coach an organization run by Oz Rios, so he's gonna put him in. Correct him up real quick. Mountain View Paintball. Let's go Mafia. Shout out right there. Here we go. Velocity going aggressive off the snake. In the Dorito, Narcos looking to make up 2 points here in 2.5 minutes. They lose their God player, but they do push hard on that Dorito side. Going up into that Dorito 3. Only one player on the snake side for Narcos, though, at home, as he is holding it down. Velocity here in that snake 1. So they have the home bunker and that Aztec. If they're able to get up into that Dorito side. You know, at this point, Velocity, they need to go back to the fundamentals and realize what's more important here. Do they want to get the win? They want to give up points. So they're going to try to get points, but after losing their... I forgot they lost their one today. But anyway, sometimes as the clock runs down, the win becomes more important than trying to get the point spread. So see what they can do to lock this out. They do eliminate the Narcos corner player and another one walking off. So Velocity moving up into the snake now unopposed. So Narcos realizing he's there, shooting across, he's going to move back to that temple and to that wing. So but he has a lot of Velocity players looking at him, and they're going to shoot him out of there, and that's going to end that. So Velocity, with just over a minute left, are going to get the concession from Narcos to take a 3-point lead over the Narcos here. So after our other match, 2:30 on the clock, Mafioso's down by 1 to SRK, but proving they can come back and score points here. So unlike yesterday in prelims when you guys were watching, there is no overtime here in Division 4. If it ends a tie, it is a tie. So these teams are definitely looking for the win, but again, they need to do what's best to try to build their point spread and their record to move on. Division 4, the biggest division here at the WCPPL. So there's a total of 41 teams in Division 4. So easily the biggest division. The other ones 15, 28, 21. So they're almost twice as big as every other division out here. So here we go. So Mafioso's getting out to that snake 1 and getting the drill. Looks like he may have gotten shot. Referee checking him on that Dorito side. SRK going up to that wing on the Dorito side to lock that out. Playing the pocket for the other guys. God home. Can and Big Dorito there that leads the insert. Mafiosos have the wide position, but SRK is able to match him in that snake. And see if they're able to get over there, fight through that. Yeah, so all these teams in Division 4, 41 teams, they take the top 18 teams to the playoff rounds, which are going to be held tomorrow, Sunday afternoon. And it's top 2 teams in each bracket plus 2 wild cards. So you have to basically fight your way out. You know, of a pretty competitive division there. SRK losing 1. All they need right now is trying to protect their lead as the clock runs down. Mafioso's in good position. Looks like SRK lost their snake player, so Mafioso player, there you go. He's making that move to the snake just like he needed to do, and he's going to go. Nobody's challenging him as he's going to go all the way down that snake. Oh, I guess we'll stop the snake too. I said no one's challenging him. He doesn't have a shot right now. So there you go. He's going to go that snake to the third knuckle of the snake there, or he's going to on SRK side of the field. He's going to come up. He's going to try to shoot that can in the pack. And there you go. Minute left on the clock. He's going to go down a little further, but he comes out too wide. And that God player could get him. Here he goes. Little cross, going to shoot the Drio side in the head, and he's going to come over. He's going to engage with the God bunker. If he could literally just drop shots over the wing there if he knew he was there. But he's going to commit. And I guess he got taken out in that run. So 30 seconds left. SRK going to lock it down. Do their best to keep Mafiosos from coming across their lanes and getting that buzzer. Mafiosos still have one player in the back corner there. Guys, like, you have 20 seconds left. You need to get a move on. Get down that field. There should be no reason you're in the back corner bunker at this point in the game. There you go. He's going to commit. He's going to go. He got one, but he gets chopped up. 2 players left on the Drio side. There you go. One more running down. See what he can do, but time's going to expire. A little too late on that one. So Mafiosos needed a little more time. Need to get that field a little quicker. Not hang out in the back as much. Try to find a way to push their players up quickly and get up there as soon as they hear that minute instead of waiting for about the last 15 to 20 seconds to do so. The SRK is going to take the win on that one, 3-2. Moving back to our other match, Narcos versus Team Velocity Gold. Velocity Gold up 4-1. This is a mercy rule of 4 points, so Velocity only needs 1 more point in order to take the win here. Narcos looking to bring this back. This is the prelims, so point spread does matter. So even if you are going to take a loss, if you're able to bring a couple points back and lower that spread, it can help you in future matches. Minute 13 on the clock. So see what's going to happen here. Chances are Narcos are going to go pretty aggressive, trying to get those early kills, try to get, those 20-second points. It is doable. Highly improbable. We said that before in the previous match. MBK came back, scoring 2 30-second points to tie it up. So, but here we go. Narcos on the right, Velocity on the left. Velocity going into those standard center bunkers. They're going to hold that pocket. And running referee coming into that Aztec, and he is safe. SRK, and he's coming down. He's going to get one, and he runs out of bounds. Game stopped right now. We got to find out what the call is out there. Somebody's yelling stop, and then referee's kind of figuring out what's going on. All right, so the time has stopped. Referees are getting together, discussing what happened at that point. Sounds like there's a potential penalty that needs to be figured out. It needs to be assessed or not. As we wait for the word on this. So for those watching, Austin, I appreciate the commentary. I was trying to basically think exactly what Matty says and how much energy he brings, trying to imitate that, and then learning and then watching him here, trying to basically bring that same energy. But I appreciate the feedback and the comments. Thank you for watching. Anything we can do better up here, please let us know. Let's get Caden making Discount Tire proud. Alrighty, so it looks like the point went to Narcos. Guessing there was a... Oh no, swing point for Velocity. So I guess a major penalty on the Narcos player coming through, and under 60 seconds, that's going to be an automatic swing point. While we discuss that, we're going to be right back when we're going to official call from that in a minute. All right, so we do have confirmation from the referees that it was a major penalty. Player running through was shot and then proceeded to eliminate a player on a Narcos, and that's going to be a major, and it was under 60 seconds. So automatic swing point to Velocity. I mean, Narcos trying to make something happen, play aggressive. You can't fault him for that. Unfortunately, sometimes those things happen, but that is the rule. And with that, 5-1 score to Velocity. We're going to move on to our final match of the day. We are going to have another Los Angeles Collision team playing on this webcast today. These guys have a big camp. Lots of teams, lots of players, and they like to show up at events. So we'll see how these guys do. And they are going to be playing Iconic Black. We saw Iconic playing earlier, these guys out of the Oregon area. And then also we're going to have Cobras taking on another Team Velocity.
20 seconds.
LA Collision tracks out of here out of SC Village themselves. They took a 5-1 win over the Mafiosos, who you just saw play. Iconic Black, out of Oregon area, they took a 3-1 win over Easy Drama. So both these teams looking for their second win. Right? Collision playing conservative pocket, doubling home. Iconic going up to that center brick bunker, card bunker, but he gets shot out. So besides that, Iconic playing the pocket as well. Both these teams, like I said, were able to watch matches yesterday. They both have higher division teams to help kind of guide them along. So they're able to get a lot of insight. Collision, though, losing their... Does he lose their corner? No, that's the referee checking him out. Oh, he's going back in there. He saw some. He says, no, he's clean. And with that, Collision's going to move off of that and move into this trio side wing and move into that snake one. Iconic, not too worried, right? Collision going to move out of that can. They're going to try to make it all the way out to the snake corner, but he gets clipped going out there, biting off a little too much from that can there. Iconic, like they have playing the snake corner as well. So 4-on-4 right now. These teams trying to figure out the bodies, pushing down that snake now. So, Collision taking the aggression here, getting into the snake, and they filled the corner out there. So they are controlling that snake side, and they have a Dorito corner and a wing. But snake player getting shot out. So Iconic and the Iconic player losing Dorito side. So looks like potentially a 3-on-2 favor of Collision right now in this first point. Iconic in that home bunker and the snake corner. They're trying to hold off this Collision push. Collision trying to figure out where the bodies are, try to get that push near the end. So team just constantly talking, trying to figure out how to close this out. Closing drill is a big factor in this play. Figuring out how to get those bodies, where you need people to get the what, especially if the body's up. And there we go. The player makes a move to the center. He's going to shoot out the home player, and they're going to clear that up. And LA Collision are going to take the first point over Iconic Black.
Yeah, we'll get together. You get the sideline now.
Up next is the Cobras. These guys making a scene. Have some pretty notable players on there. Coached by John Sanchez. All local SoCal guys. Guys have all been playing together in one way or another for a while. A lot of names we recognize that have been in the WCPPL for a long time. So, playing their first match, winning their first one against Team Velocity Cold, which we just saw play in the previous match. Yeah. And Cobras, will be taking on Team Velocity. So the other team out of Velocity Paintball Park over there, they lost to Dark Horse in their first match, so they're looking to come back, put some pressure back on, and get back into this tournament, going 1-1. So here we go. Cobras on the left, Velocity on the right. We'll see how they're going to play this one. All right. Cobras playing that pocket, getting out the Dorito and the God, doubling that home, looking to get that kill. Velocity going to the Snake one and the God, but they lose their home player. They're going to go up that center tower. And then they're going to go all the way to the carbon bunker, try to cut some stuff off. So it looks like he's going to be an anchor there. But can Velocity get wide and start pushing down one of these sides? Looks like they need to try to figure out how to get a kill out of there and then be able to start pushing. Velocity player. I was talking earlier, he can choose which side he wants to look at. Looks like he's going to focus on the Snake side. Going, that's the one that these guys are going to push. But with that, since he's focusing there, Cobra's Dorito player, he's going to slip into that Dorito too, right past that big Dorito's lane. And he's going to start going to work on that side, getting out wide and putting that pressure. But running referee, why don't you got the Cobra player here? And that's going to be a minor penalty on the Cobras, holding both of their center players. They got a shot from somewhere. But when that happens, Cobra player is able to jump into the Snake one. Pretty sure that's Josh in there in the Snake one. So, and he gets shot out of that Snake. So. He got shot gunfighting with the Velocity player. Velocity going to go up to Cobra's side of the field. He's going to shoot, take out the Dorito player. So leaving just the center can left. He's going to get shot out of there. So Velocity taking the first point against the Cobras. The penalties do not help you with that. So a little gift from the paintball gods there. Give them the body up, allow them to push down to the Snake, taking out the Snake player, and then pushing on to Cobra's side of the field to eliminate those last two players. Smart play by the Team Velocity there. But a lot of paintball left to play. We're back to our other match. Iconic versus LA Collision. TJ Bastard's score was 6-1 for Collision. Gabriella, you are so welcome. I'm glad I was able to help you learn so much about paintball. This is my last day on the chat for this weekend, though. Somebody else will be coming in tomorrow. Got a kid's baby, no, not kid, but my son's friend's birthday party to go to, so I will be off after that. Grab him, Bev, and chat. Austin, I am down whenever you are. If you're here in Southern California, come on by. I know a ton of good breweries around here. Here we go. Iconic. And I have one player walking off, and LA Collision getting aggressive, going all the way up to Iconic's side of the field, starting to put that pressure. Iconic kind of stuck in those back bunkers. Two at the home, one the God and one the Big Dorito. Collision getting all the way up into Iconic's Dorito side wing, and they're going to push in that Dorito too. They also hold the Aztec, the Can, and the God bunker, but they're just like locking out that Snake side. Looks like they're pushing that Dorito side pretty hard, taking both wings and the outside Dorito. Iconic having to try to fight off all three of those guys and down a body. Iconic needs to figure out how to get a kill here and how to possibly get wide. So expect this Snake, this God player here, to possibly look to move out to the corner, which is going to allow him to be wide on this side and pivot and start getting the shots, protect himself a little better. Also allow his home player to get out. Right, but commentator cursed him right there. One of the home players gets shot for Iconic. 3-on-5 right now. Kind of hard to live. Two guys to live in that back center as the other teams start pushing. You want to get out of there as fast as possible. And with that aggressive push, they cut off that Dorito side and that quick Snake side. So, Iconic, 3 alive here, trying to figure out how to get these other 2 kills. All right, there is. But the Collision player may have moved out to the Snake corner to help dominate that tape, but either way, is at least a 4-on-3. Collision moving out wide enough to that God and that Snake 1. So here we go. Player's going to commit. He's going to look to get that shot on the home. He gets him. He's going to commit, shoot out the Dorito player, and then run all the way down. He's going to finish off the last one. And LA Collision, their front wing player there, doing a great job committing, getting the last 3 bodies, closing that point out, and taking a 2-0 lead over Iconic Black. Back to our other match. Team Velocity 1-0 lead over Cobras. Velocity's going to be in the gold jerseys here on the left-hand side. Cobras will be in the all black on the right. So Velocity definitely something to prove. Took a tough loss in their earlier match. Looking to come back, get some point spread back, and go 1-1 into the next two matches. Cobras, solid win in their first one, and they're looking to continue on and take a second one.
30 seconds.
And, you know, you like going 2-0 going into your last two matches. 2-0 is pretty strong. They do take the top 18 out of 41 teams. May get you a wild card spot, but this one you have to win to move on. And sorry, I said Velocity would be wearing gold. They're actually wearing black as well. The other team, Velocity, is wearing gold. So two teams out of the same field, same camp. Here we go. Cobras, what are they going to do to get this point back? Here we go. Velocity getting into that snake one and running and gunning to that God. And then taking the standard bunks to the home, the Aztec and Dorito. But Cobras making their way into the Dorito 2 over there. Still have two in that home bunker along with the can, but they do have one in the snake one in order to keep the other snake player honest here. We'll see what Cobras are going to do. Well, they're going to be able to get one player out. He's going to get to that God help back the snake guy, but he gets clipped out on the move. 4-on-5. Nope, 4-on-4. 4-on-3. 4-on-2. Big explosion goes off on Team Velocity side, leaving only their home player and their snake, and the home player is going to take a walk. So Cobra's Dorito player dominating down. He's walking outside freely, getting a bunch of kills on that side, mopping it up for his team, and that's going to knock out the last player. So Cobras losing one on the move to the God, but the remaining four are able. They finish the last player off in that snake corner. And a concession from Velocity. Cobra is able to tie this one up 1-0. Back to our other match, Collision. Aggressive, smart play, getting those kills off the break, leading to a 2-0 win. So we were talking about earlier, it's not really a center play field, but they showed definitely how that center play can be a factor in getting aggressive and up in there. And if you can't respond to it, it's going to be a thorn in your side for closing points out.
Grandpa and my dad sell accessories for speed shooting competitions. Oh, okay. Grandfather used to compete in Trigun.
20 seconds.
It's a technical timeout here by the referees.
My expensive hobby right now is actually computer film, which I'm glad I finally got that out of my system. Okay. Which is why I warned Mike. I was like, I don't know why.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Take this away.
Back on this field, Laconic on the right, Collision on the left.
He's like, I think Ryan was like, it's fine. Just tell him to take it. Yeah, they just left it.
All right, Collision running and gunning to that God bunker. Pretty much pocket play for them, two at the home, one in the can and one in that Dorito. Iconic. Going out to the baby Dorito, one on the outside, taking the out Aztec as well as that home and the can in the middle. Trying to see if Iconic will be able to get their body out wide. Looks like 5 alive for both squads. So, Collision moving into that snake. So, yeah, Collision moving into the snake and into the snake corner. He's going to start crawling down, not feeling any pressure. But Collision lose one player out of the center. But they're going to push up on that Dorito too and then move over to that God bunker. That's an interesting move, leaving their Dorito player all by himself over there. So they shoot out the player in the center. Iconic still have that home. Iconic's just trying to figure out, trying to keep the bodies at bay here. You know, not much they can do when they have 4 bodies still facing down on them.
So I still game on that laptop, Roger. That one, yeah. That one still has a 970 Ti. That was in it when I first bought it. I still game on that. I can still play every game on it.
player in the snake taking pressure across field.
Right now we're playing Doom.
I'm slowly working my way through Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Finally, like I had started it before I ripped apart my computer. I had originally built a computer.
Iconic player moving out to that far side.
Because woodworking's also kind of.
He's gonna run all down just like unnoticed. He shoots out the collision player, and he's gonna shoot out the other one, the snake as well. And he's gonna run all the way around, and it looks like he is clear. And he's gonna hit that buzzer. So great move by the Iconic player, shooting the center player, running down that Dorito side, shooting the cross in there, and getting that point back. 5:46 left on the clock. Back to our other match. Cobra's Velocity tied at 1 each. Just under 9 minutes left on the clock. Seeing who's going to take this one down.
was never as much of a first-person shooter. Oh, okay. So I played first-person shooters when Delta Force.
Oh, okay.
So like I know Delta Force just came.
Here we go.
Again, they redid their Black Hawk Down.
So Velocity's taking the first point. Cobra's figuring out that second one, counting down on that Dorito side. So we'll see if Velocity's able to adjust and bring.
Right. And I was like, I played that like exactly at a cafe, but that was about it. You didn't call me.
10 seconds.
Had this the whole time. Two guys were saying next. Go. I made you. No.
So here we go. Cobra's on the left, Velocity on the right.
See, we could all hear it.
And Cobra's snake player, he's going to take the walk. While Velocity making out to that Dorito corner, taking the wide position over there, and they have the guy in the snake one. So Cobra's kind of caught in the pocket right now. Need to figure out how to get a guy wide in order to counter Velocity having both wide positions and able to wrap and put pressure in. And yeah, Cobra's going to take the walk for the center can as well. Dorito player is going to move in it. Cobra player is going to move into the Dorito insert wing there, while Velocity takes a walk out of that Dorito side Aztec. 4-on-3 right now. Velocity moving into the snake 2 there. Cobra's looking to match him, but Cobra's pushing up aggressively into that Dorito side on the Velocity side of the field. Not feeling any pressure. So Velocity's still in that Dorito corner. It looks like their God player is going to move out to that corner to try to help control.
Yeah, for the most part, the dust stayed out. It's good. Purple versus he being out there.
Both teams have players in the snake, on the snake 2 now. Mirrors of each other, and Velocity going to run down the Cobra player, and he did not get out alive. So he runs that down, trades his body, but Cobra's one in the snake. Velocity, well, he's 2 alive, and he gets clipped on the wrist. Body's tucked in there. Looks like it wasn't tucked tight enough. Cobra player getting that shot. Cobra's player crawling down, and he's going to get clipped out as well. So snake not as safe as you may think. Velocity going to check this off, and they looks like going to clear this up and take a 1-point lead. Concession from Cobra's on that one.
1 minute.
Back to our other match here. Collision, Iconic Black. Collision with a 2-point lead, but Iconic Black able to pull back a point in that last one, showing that they are here to play some paintball. They're not going to let this match just run away. Collision's going to have some gun trouble, asking for a gun. 30 seconds left till we start this one. So let's say that player asking for a gun. That's why it's important to have good pit help, backups ready to go. It's like Iconic, you're getting some shout out from Jesse there. Thanks for tuning in. All right, here we go. Collision able to get 5 to the gate. Iconic with their 5th walking up as well. All right, and here we go. Collision doubling, playing that pocket play. Iconic losing 1 going to the snake. So 5-on-4 favorite Collision. Running referee coming in to check that home player out. Dude, he's gonna find there. He's like, looking. And he says he is good. It must have flashed off the bunker. And with that move, though, Collision moving up to that wing. The Iconic losing another back center player. So 3-on-5 here. And they're going to make a move out to that Dorito side, getting wide, start pushing down this field. Both teams have a player in the God and in the home. Collision, though, have that player in the can, locking it down. Collision, though, make the first move on the Snake side, getting that Snake 1. And Iconic going to lose their player out of that big Dorito. 2 left alive here in that God and that home bunker. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Coach has to decide if he's going to allow them to fight it out in a 5-on-2 right now. And the home's gone, or if he's going to... And they limit the last player. So, Collision. Couple shots off the break, making some quick ones there. And they are waiting to see if they're going to concede. They give their guys a little bit of time. These guys are basically sitting by the buzzer waiting for the other team to concede so they don't have to hit it and risk a dirty hang or a penalty. Iconic could use this extra time, though, to essentially get ready, maybe plan. Maybe they need to rehydrate, cool some people off, figure it out. But is that running this clock down? Yeah. Iconic. Maybe they don't know the clock's running. Maybe they do. And the Pico there trying to see what's going on. Thomas Taylor, he's coaching them. He knows. He has somebody by the buzzer. They were taking some extra time to try to figure this out. They're going to be down by 2 points. And Iconic blowing the horn at exactly 3 minutes, giving their team a minute and a half per point. Collision going up 3-1. Back to our other match, Team Velocity. Going to be on the left-hand side against Cobras in the back. On the right, Velocity up 2-1, 7:13 on the clock. These teams played a back-and-forth paintball game. Velocity took the first one, Cobras took the second with a domination on the Dorito side. Then Velocity shot off the break and able to come right back in. All right, and running down that one, putting pressure right back on Cobras to take the second point. So we'll see if Cobras are going to be able to counter back and tie this back up, or if Velocity will extend their lead by 2, putting additional pressure to score 2 points in a short amount of time.
What Todd told me, because he was out there, we were talking earlier, is he's like, yeah, dude, like, the field was smaller, like, not smaller, yeah, but small enough and enough big bunkers.
All right, here we go.
And I was like, 30-second point, this sucks, you know, because, like, if you don't do anything about paintball,
All right, Velocity going big to the Snake 1 off the break, and he makes it. Oh, no, and he gets shot out of there. And a minor penalty assessed on the Velocity players. So that's going to be 2 players down right away. Cobras getting those kills, and they shoot the Dorito corner out. Cobras doing exactly what they needed to do in that one. Get those kills, getting the penalty to help them out. They're going to push into that Snake. 2 players left alive for Velocity in that can and that Aztec bunker. Cobras in the Snake 1, in the Dorito 2. Having all the spots right now, and they're going to push this down that Snake. Nothing stopping them from going. There you go. He's going to push in that Snake. He's going to go all the way down to Velocity side of the field, and he's going to come up. Aztec player looking at his way right now, and he gets shot over the top. Maybe came out a little too back down the bunker. Maybe should have come around, wrapped the bunker, and shot that side. Used to be a little more protective. Getting away a body unnecessarily there. Velocity locking up those zones, though, and forcing Cobras to earn it. They had a body advantage, and Cobras just giving it back. Uncharacteristically for the players on that squad. Those guys do know how to play paintball and playing for a long time. This D5. No, this is D4.
I think the way Ollie did the one-on-ones, I think doing a one-on-one is probably the easiest way to showcase it.
For people new to it.
All right. Cobra's able to clear off one. They're going to go on the last player in the Aztec here.
They're great. Yeah, I'm not saying that. No, but I'm saying even as a showcase to new people, I think the 3 would be a good route.
And they're going to shoot that last one out. So, stake here and there, but Cobras are able to capitalize on that high body situation. The penalty on the snake player from Velocity. That base should be tying this game up 2-2 with 5:15 left to go.
Well, and like if you look at the layout, it was literally like there was no home bunker, so like all 3 players basically had to regress at the same time. Like it was basically a force like play snake corner, Dorito corner, and then like the third.
Yeah, it's like when they designed it, they're like, we need to show the action of getting out.
Yeah,
And then,
and so like.
All right, back to our other match. LA Collision 3 up by 3 points. Part of the LA Collision program. Practice out here at SC Village. Had teams playing on this webcast all day. Iconic Black, Division 3 team played earlier here on the webcast as well. They're out of the Oregon area. They have won. Collision 2-point lead. Collision on the left-hand side, Iconic on the right. 3 minutes left on the clock. Iconic looking to bring this match back with 2 90-second points here. At least trying to see if they can at least force a tie and maybe take a win. Here we go. Collision playing standard pocket play, going up center to the tower. Iconic doubling that home, get to the big Dorito, center tower, and going to the God. So pretty much mirror breakout. Collision does take that Dorito corner to get out wide on that side. And they're going to lock it down. So if they get more points, they're happy with it, but they have no problem locking this field down, taking a win, calling it a day, going 2-0 into the morrow.
So the Raffles are long off. Yeah, they did one, but he's a lead sponsor.
Iconic looking to come back here.
A lot of these vendors,
If they
next year, one of the sponsors buy all our bunkers so that they'll get an event back. The bunkers themselves.
So Iconic, they were able to win their first one, so they're looking to go 2-0 as well. So both these teams are 1-1 on the day. So both these teams looking for the same outcome, going 2-0. Iconic stuck in their bunkers though, and they're hitting that time frame they need to go get those points, approaching that minute 30. So they need to get ready to go here if they are going to do anything. All right, but Iconic's looking pretty content, just sitting and rolling their guns. All right, LA Collision going to go up to that center carbon bunker. He's looking to basically kind of break this game open maybe. And Collision, snake player, he's going to go. He makes it in clean, and their can's going to bump out to the God bunker. No, snake player's going to get shot out there. So, and then, let's see, Collision still able to lock this down. 4 bodies left alive. Dorito corner, the carbon bunker in the center, the home bunker, and the God here. Iconic, about to hit that minute mark. If they're going to score 2 points, they need to get on the horse and go. But they look pretty content just sitting, just rolling their guns. Maybe trying to get 1 point, but almost accepting a loss here. And there we go, finally making a move to that Dorito side and moving out. LA Collision choosing to lock out that snake side. That this player Iconic, he's looking to launch. He gets 1. 3 players left for Collision now. Can Iconic close this out and try to come back and score a 3rd point? Here they go. They're going to commit. So they're going to shoot out the last player there. And that's going to be a major penalty on LA Collision. So it looks like we have a
really have it, super cool ones in there. You are fine, just like a stream of
Trying to wait a final call here from head referee on what the decision is.
Yeah, because they're reactive, right? There's like a little, there's a
I did see a red flag go up.
There's a light, it high intensity flashing.
Yeah.
So as they fall into the gun, they're glowing and they come out. They won't be going by the time they set the ground on fire.
But you just want to see it come out.
Absolutely, it just looks cool to have all these streams of glowing orbs all over the place.
A little technical timeout here from the referees. They figure out the call.
Less than that.
Absolutely, trying to just grains of sand. There's no mess.
Versus this.
Yeah.
You love this. 600 barrels worth of, 600 wheelbarrows worth of paint.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to clean it up better. I'm sure. My thought was, like, what if you could get almost like a fishing net, but not a fishing net? Probably the way it's working. You kind of get like maybe a fishing net, or even like a plastic kind of like half tube like that you can put on the ends that it accumulates, and then you can take like this nuclear bomb and you can just squeegee it all so many feet.
Yeah.
Almost think of like a half pipe, like a skateboard half pipe that would catch it and then squeegee it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'm not sure. I mean, I'd be curious to know what other parks do with different games.
So we're still waiting on a call right now from the referees on this last play, if there's a major penalty or not. At the under 60 seconds, so that would be
Yeah, especially if they're driving on the turf too often.
Yeah.
We don't take any machinery on our turf. After they were done, like no machine goes on.
The day a paintball company can create a ball.
while we're waiting for these referees to call. We need to get a shout out to all of our sponsors here for this webcast. GI Sports, Lone Wolf Paintball, Violence Paintball, Andrew Lopez Law, JT, Carbon Paintball, HK Army, Evil Paintball, Play the Game Podcast, SC Village, where we're hosting this amazing event, Weapons, Defy Paintball, DIS Paintball, Avina's Law, Die Precision, PBX, and Bunker Supplements.
10 seconds.
So here we go. Cobra's Velocity tied 2-2. About just over 5 minutes left. Cobra is going to that snake one. Velocity playing lower pocket, but he's going to get up there into that snake side wing, lock out that zone. The Cobra is getting a check on that side. The referee says, and he says he is good. But Cobra's can player is going to get a pen, and he gets multiple players pulled on that one. So something happened here. We're going to find out on that one. But, yeah, Cobra's losing at least 3 back to back to back. Sure we'll get an answer for that. Sure the coach is going to answer for that too, because that was big. So, but here we go. Velocity here in the snake trying to figure this out. Gonna drop down. He's gonna go all the way down that snake side. Try to figure out how to get this last player out of the home there. And the concession on that last one. So here we go. We're gonna get some explanations on this one. All right, here we go. So after that major collision, starting with 4, they have to hold off 16 seconds. Iconic have to push here to try to tie this up. There's no need to sit in bunkers, boys. You guys got to go if you're going to try to get this point. Under 10 seconds. get on your heels and go. But these guys content with just sitting in their back bunkers and letting that clock run out. Not what you want to do. So Collision able to hold off, push on that one, and they're going to take a 3-2 win over Iconic Black. So here we go. We're going to move to our other match, the last match for today. Cobras down 3-2 to Team Velocity. As we're ready to end this day, we have to give a shout out to all the referees out there across all 4 fields for this event, and all referees at all events for all the hard work that they do in keeping this game fair and safe. It is a thankless job, but we thank you guys. Appreciate you all for being out here and making this game available for us to play. Because without them, we could not have any tournament paintball. All right. This last player running to the gate. Is he going to make it? 3 seconds. And he does. All right. Cobras going snake off break and going to the God. Velocity going to that snake off break as well. And then they get one to the corner. So, but Velocity losing 2, losing their Dorito side, their can, and their home bunker. There's only 2 left alive. So as Cobras, look like they're pushing on that Dorito side hard. And there you go. Same way they won that 1 point where they just ran the Dorito side, started putting pressure on. So they're going to shoot out the snake player, come around, put pressure on the snake corner. In the shot there, so Cobras with a quick one down the Dorito side. And a concession from Velocity. 3-3, 2-minute break. These are the only 2 teams X-Ball. We'll be right back after these messages.
Exclusive masterpiece redefines performance. Featuring HK Army Shredder milling, a precision-crafted trigger, and an HK Army Freak XL barrel back. Enhanced ergonomics with a redesigned foregrip, plus a 1.5-inch full-color side grip LCD screen. Enjoy toolless frame and eye system, an updated ASA lever, and an improved core bolt for superior shot quality, sound, and paint handling. The Lux Experience. Elevate your game.
Yeah, I'm up at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow, but I'll be hood.
To show you the difference between the SC and the CC harness. Our premier pack is the SC harness. The first thing you're going to notice when you grab that is actually how light it is and how small it is. In fact, it is 1 pod less in width than a traditional harness as well. Secondly, the silicone that's throughout the whole belt is going to secure the pack on you, so if you're running, diving, jumping, it's not going to move around. And then you're also going to notice the ventilation. So the whole belt has perforations throughout to keep it way more breathable than a traditional pack. Lastly is the lumbar support on the SC pack is hard. That's going to keep it tighter to your back, especially if you're a little bit of a smaller guy. And the CC harness, the main difference that you're going to notice is that it doesn't have the ventilated belt. And also when you put it on, it has a way larger lumbar support. It's a 2-tier foam, so it's really cushy, it's really comfortable, but it's not as rugged and tight as the SC harness. Other than that, what you're going to notice is all of the harder injection moldings for all of the logos on the CC harness versus the SC, all of them are soft or they're non-existent to keep the pack as light as possible. Besides that, both packs feature our tapered tube ejectors, so they actually slim as you pull pods, which is going to move the pods to the middle of your.
All right, and we are back with our match. Here we go, tied 3-3, 3:22 left on the clock. Velocity on the right, Cobras on the left. Pivotal point, Cobras, they did win their first match earlier today. They are looking to go 2-0 in a highly competitive Division 4 bracket of 41 teams. Velocity lost their first one, so they're looking to make a comeback and go 1-1 going into the final 2 matches tomorrow morning. Oh, Cobras lose their God player, but Velocity lose their player going up to that snake side wing. So 4-on-4 right now with teams. Cobras up there in that Dorito 3, pushing aggressive on that side. They've won all their points from that Dorito side. Velocity moving out from that home bucket to the corner. He's not going to make it. Big gap to move there against guys that are holding that lane from that Dorito. So dropping their Cobras are now going to push down that Dorito side, start putting that pressure on the player in the God and in the snake corner here. The Cobra's going to commit. And a major penalty assessed on the Cobras. See if there's any bodies left alive. So a little confusion there. A major penalty on the Cobras. Looks like they pulled the home and the other Dorito player. Last player left alive for Velocity, then that God. So take a look out here. Trying to figure out if the point's good or not. There we go. So point approved. Cobras taking a 4-3 lead. There was a major penalty, pull out 2 players. They did have one more player left to hang that buzzer. And we will be right back. All right, jumping back into this one. Cobras have a 4-3 lead over Velocity. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for them to make something happen. Both these teams looking to capitalize and go into a strong setup for tomorrow. Velocity, big bite going into the snake. And he's going to get a minor penalty, pull out that corner. And he gets a talking penalty afterwards, so Velocity getting 2 penalties back to back. Pull apart here. Cobra's taking advantage of that going into the snake. And they're going to concede on that one. Go up 5-3 with 1:26 left on the clock. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. 1:26 on the clock. Cobras up 5-3 over Velocity. Cobras looking to get their second win of the day. Velocity looking to avoid a second loss and at least start bringing something back to set up for their other 2 matches tomorrow. 2 points in 1:26 can be done, but you have to play fast, get a little bit lucky, get out wide, and execute those kills. Cobra is going to probably play this pocket, just lock down these lanes in order to take this win. Velocity look like they are go, but and another penalty on Velocity. And he's going to get shot out of there from the wing bunker. Under a minute left. So penalties plaguing Velocity right now. Multiple minor penalties just taking extra bodies out and cursing them. Cobra's taking full advantage of that. Cobra's going to walk this in. See if they're going to wait till under 10 seconds to avoid playing another point. Coach from Velocity not too happy about the penalty calls, trying to plead his case to head ref Bobby over here. And Cobra is going to hit it with 6 seconds left on the clock, and they are going to get their 6 point, and that is going to end it. Cobra's taking the 6-3 win, going 2-0 a day. Velocity coach arguing with the referee over here. One thing I'm going to say is you do not want to go with Bobby Welch. But anyway, let the referees and the coach talk about that. Then we are done for day 2 here at the WCPPL event number 3 West Coast Classic out here in Chino, California at the legendary SC Village Paintball Park. We want to thank all the sponsors once again for their support on this webcast. GI Sports, Lone Wolf Paintball, Violence Paintball, Andrew Lopez Law, JT, Carbon Paintball, HK Army, Evil Paintball, supplying all the paintballs the players use for this event. Play It Again podcast, SC Village, home to this amazing event. Weapons, Defy Paintball, DAS Paintball, Avina's Law, Die Precision, PBX Paintball, and Bunker Supplements. Thank you all for joining us and enjoying these matches. And if you're available, come out tomorrow. watch the finals of the Division 4, 5, and 6 divisions. And we are going to call it a day. This is Josh Chaney signing off. We'll see you all tomorrow.